season of civil war. Rebel teams striking from various bases won their first victories in the dog days of summer. As these punishing battles stretched through the fall, home teams heroically defended their turf. Some stood, some fell. Now, the strongest warriors congregate in an arena that makes the showdown at Geonosis look like an Ewok picnic.
Told you we should have taken a right at Tatooine, not a left.
I find your lack of faith
disturbing.
How the heck am I supposed to wear a headset with these things?
Laugh it up, fuzzball. We're going to be late for the AAA championship unless Mr. Cranky Pants here steps on it.
warp speed fast enough for you, Mr. Smarty.
Help me, Obi-Wan. You're our only hope.
Just use the Force and park in the gold lot already.
Look, I don't tell you which fire hydrants to use.
You don't tell me how to drive. Now, let the game begin.
I said park in the gold lot. What part of gold lot do you not understand? The Blessed Trinity Titans versus the Westminster Wildcats. Next.
Time to play some football.
That's a championship team right there.
It's a hot time tonight.
From inside the big top, may the force be with one of these two particular squads in AAA. Thanks to our friends at Georgia EMC for providing the green as part of the green that will be a part of the AAA championships. It is getting to be a packed house here. Championship 2 of 7 for the 2015 Tommy Guillebeau GHSA Football Championships. A battle of Region 4 with Blessed Trinity at 13-0 and against Westminster coming in with a record of 10-4. I am John Nelson alongside my tag team partner this weekend, Chuck Smith. Thanks for accessing us however you are doing so, whether it's GPB TV, GPB.org, or the GPB Sports app. Chuck, when it comes to these two particular squads, we're going to be seeing a lot of the same numbers because they're playing both ways, and this is Game 15 that's also going to determine bragging rights in this region.
Well, you're exactly right, and one thing you talked about was playing both ways. Conditioning is going to be a factor today, John.
All right, let's start things off checking out Blessed Trinity chasing after their first ever state title in school history, and it's 4 and 5 alive for us.
I mean, these guys are fantastic. When you think of the power back, Garrett Dupuy, you're thinking about power, you're thinking about smash. Then on the other end of the spectrum, you got the speedy, Milton Shelton. He's what? Lightning in a bottle. He's quick. You got smash and dash. That's what we'll see running the ball today. They are explosive.
Garrett Dupuy, number 4, Milton Shelton, number 5. You'll see them both on offense and defense. For Westminster, chasing after that first state title since 1978. They won in 71. They won in 78. They've had to do it on the road. And when it comes to these two with these two sides, you've got a quarterback who's been a 3-year guy in the program, and Chase, who will be doing a lot of chasing.
Well, you're exactly right. Rankin Woley, quarterback, DB, I'll call him a weapon. He can throw. He can do it all. He can run. And you think about Chase Williams, number 3. He's a running back and linebacker. I mean, he's dynamic. He will be the center of attention today if they're going to win a championship.
On defense and on offense as well, he's going to be seen in the backfield. You're going to be seeing a lot of these guys going all over the field, and this will be one in the trenches. The third member of our broadcast team patrolling the sidelines today, it is Nikki Noto. Nikki, what's the early word in AAA?
Hey there, fellas. Well, the early word, Westminster is wearing their green jerseys. And, well, this is all way too important for a sideline story. And this is because Westminster played Blessed Trinity Week 7 of the regular season. They lost at home 24-10. They were wearing the green jerseys. And so ever since then, though, they've won nonstop on the road wearing a different jersey. And when I talked to Coach Robert, he said, look, you put in this entire game plan for a state championship, and after worrying about what color jersey that they're wearing. He said, however, they did, in fact, all of the guys on the team, they found their green jerseys and they put it behind them and they're ready to go and get a win in the green jerseys. John?
All right, Nikki, you'll be patrolling for us down there on the sidelines. There's Jerry Romberg in his 24th season at Westminster. 179 and 103. Actually learned a lot of his time from Westminster, spending a year in middle school being coached by Alan Chadwick at Marist. So you see how Jerry Romberg is dialed up offensively. And they will be chasing after, technically, their 8th road win in a row. They've won 7 in a row on the road away from home there at the Dome. And there's Tim McFarland, 5th season at Blessed Trinity. You see the numbers there, 51, 13, and 1. 10 extra seasons at Roswell. He won the title for the Roswell Hornets in a tie with Peachtree Ridge in 2006. He says that this squad with Blessed Trinity, it's almost like a throwback to his early days as an assistant at Roswell with Ray Manus in the 80s. All the players are sharing sports, multiple athletes, making sure that they're ready. And all the sports at Blessed Trinity, they share the athletes. No qualm about it whatsoever. The season history. There it is, the last meeting Nikki talked about it, October 16th. Blessed Trinity won by 14. And the AAA title game is underway. In the end zone, that'll go for a touchback. Remember, high school rules, the second that it crosses over that plane, it is a touchback, and it will come out to the 20. Westminster won the toss and deferred to the second half. Blessed Trinity coming out on offense. There is Connor Davis. He is going to Auburn on a baseball scholarship. There aren't a whole lot of guys for Blessed Trinity who will be making it in the next level playing football, but there are a lot of athletes on this squad, Chuck Smith, playing different sports.
Well, in championship games, the best individuals don't win championships, the best teams do. And that's what this team has done in the entire year. Play as a unit and play as a team.
There you see Davis's numbers, a little over 50% passing, just under 1,400 yards. TD to pick ratio 3-to-1. Has tucked it a couple of times, averaging about 2 yards a carry with 3 scores. Quick out, near side. Step against 4. Closer to 5, they'll give him 5, second down and 5. And let's take a look at the Blessed Trinity offense, brought to us by our friends at Regions Bank. Regions Bank, it's time to expect more. You see the line, big on the edges. Matt Joseph, 215 in the middle. There's your skill position. Logan Craighead will be playing both ways. Big target at 6'2" at tight end. You see Higgins, Shelton, who we talked about in the open at 5'10", 185. Jake Bogosian and Ryan Davis also a part of that Trinity offense. We'll get to Westminster's defense coming at you in just a sec. Big power set. Handoff right up the middle. Easy 6 yards on the first down.
It's interesting as you see coming out running the ball here. When you look at the defense, they're stacking 6 up in the front, Nelly. And the bottom line is you got to stop the run. Got to stop the run. Interesting start, though.
Let's take a look at Westminster's defense. Once again, brought to us by our friends at Regions Bank. Bogus, Reeder, Cortez Alston, and Tyler Gillikin at 210 on the right end. 3 linebackers, Truman Jones, Stephen Ballard, and Chase Williams, who we talked about in the open at 6'1", 200 pounds. Your secondary, Strickland, Jones, Rankin Woolley, who will see a quarterback, and Joe Egan, the sophomore. Toss, near side, one more time. Mayweather has it. 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of 7. Move the sticks. Second down and short.
I like the balance that the offense is starting out now. You come out with a now screen, a quick screen. You come out, you run the ball between the tackles. You work outside, and that's what you want to do. You want to get your opponent off balance early, and that's a nice philosophy. I'm going to talk about situations all day. You want to start out, this is the first situational opportunity here. When you look at this team, second and short, that's where they want to be all day.
Once again, not fooling anybody. Power set. 2 receivers in the pattern. Backs in the eye, short full, handoff. First down again, move it to the 44-yard line. Needed 3, got twice of that.
Well, Milton Shelton's, I mean, we talked about the explosiveness and the center of attention, running the ball. You want to establish the run, because here's the deal. You run the ball for toughness, you throw the ball for points. But this game's going to be about running the ball, so it's going to be about some toughness today. Got to be tough to play against a running back like Milton Shelton.
So in golf, it's drive for show and putt for dough.
There you go.
Which is it for a football game? It's putting's the ground game, right?
Exactly.
Quick set and set. That's going to be a flag. Probably going to got his head taken off. And he's got to come out for a play.
It was a nice job by the Westminster defense sending pressure, but his hands were a little bit high. And you know, there's a new focus here with the GHSA
Personal
on
foul.
targeting and
Face
protecting
mask
players.
against the defense. That penalty will be 15 yards from the end of the run.
15-yard
Result in a
face
first
mask
down.
call. Todd Britton will be the man in the white hat for us today. You saw the rest of the crew from the Northwest Georgia Officials Association. Here comes Chase Williams, and there goes the helmet.
Well, you know, it's really interesting. When you see Chase Williams, though, the quarterback ducks. Actually, the quarterback drops his head. So, that's one of those things that you don't blame the player. You don't blame the player. Just play aggressive, and we'll live the fight again. That's a tough call, but you had to make that call because it was a penalty, but a tough penalty nonetheless.
So you'll take an aggressive penalty over a mental penalty.
You got to establish a physical presence if you're going to win a championship now.
Heavy's up front, toss to the 42. Shelton again getting a couple of yards. They'll mark him to the 41. Make it 2nd down and 6.
They're working that right side now. They're working that right side, John. They must see something there.
Averaging almost 8.5 yards a carry, Milton Shelton, clearing 1,800 yards in the season, 27 scores. 21 yards total so far on 4 carries.
3 toss sweeps on his first series to the right. You keep an eye on that.
See if they lull the Dark Greens to sleep. Will play action, roll out. Looks like it was going to tuck. Thrown into a lot of traffic, incomplete to Matt Higgins. The senior split in, so it's a quick game. Looks like they're going to move it to the 35 and another first down for Blessed Trinity.
Well, something you're going to notice, this is called max protection. What max protection is, we're going to keep at least 7 blockers in to protect because we want to run first, but we want to keep them off balance. I like what they're doing right now. We'll keep an eye on that.
Tyler Gilligan in with the tackle for Westminster on defense. First time that we've seen 3 wide in the pattern for Blessed Trinity. First down, 2:20 in here. The AAA championship. Toss again. Shelton, 35, bouncing into a bunch of green jerseys. Stopped at the 33, maybe a gain of 2.
The 4th toss sweep to the right. It's really interesting, though. The point is, we talked about situations. They try to set up different situations. So if they're tossing right, what do we expect to happen in a minute, Nelly?
Play action.
Play action, or possibly keep an eye out for a reverse. They're setting it up now.
Joe Egan, the sophomore corner, in on the tackle, along with 73 Cage Reeder. Reeder, the biggest guy on that defense at 287 pounds. None of the other guys in the front 7 clear 225. Big pronouncement there to Shelton down to the 28. Looks like a gain of maybe 5. So 3rd down and 3-ish. 3rd manageable again for Blessed Trinity.
Well, I want to go right to the teleprompter here, and I want everybody to understand what I'm saying when I say big boy ball.
Hit it.
You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys on that offensive line protecting. They're going to run. That's what max protection also means, but that's what smash mouth football also means when you see 7 offensive linemen set up on the offensive line.
I think your finger's going to be busy today with smash mouth football, yeah?
Love me some touching that telestrator now. We're going to get the exclusive insight. We're going to break it down all day.
3rd down, and they're going to call it 4 from the 26. Davis rushed, and it is in and out of the hands, almost intercepted, incomplete, 4th down.
Excellent job by Westminster anticipating. We talked about situations for the offense. Now we're looking at it from Westminster. You see the quarterback comes with a play action pass. But let me tell you what's hard there, Nelson. You're throwing against your throwing motion. But I'll tell you this, great scheme, great job by the Westminster defense. Understanding if we go to the right, what's going to happen to the left, Nelly?
Wide open.
Something's going to come back left. Excellent job.
11th play of the drive, and it was quarterback on quarterback defense that time. Rankin Roller coming in on the blitz. 46-yard attempt for Blessed Trinity. Snap spot, kick is down. It's got the distance, and it is no good. Missed. Brooks Jose
Heck of a leg, though. Whoa, what
had
power.
the distance, and he's hit from mid-50s so far this season. So Tim McFarland not afraid to get Brooks Jose out there. Just missed it. So the Westminster School dodges the first 4 minutes on an 11-play drive. Blessed Trinity comes up empty. And Westminster will have their first crack at it. There's Rankin Woley. Jet Sweet cuts inside. Big hole to the 48-yard line. Gain of 28 out of the blocks.
Wow. He is quick. He is a jitterbug. Watch out for him today. We talked about him in the pregame. Man.
Watch Zay Malcolm right to left.
Watch his cut. I love the balance. Like Darren Sproles, little running back used to play at the New Orleans Saints. I like it. Woo.
Running back tackling running back. Milton Shelton saves the touchdown here off the gain. Fully loaded pistol near side. Handoff coming up. Clears the 50. Gain of 3.
You notice something else in the difference between the both teams? They be brothers. They start out with inside zone. You see Westminster comes right out with inside zone. This is what you're going to see all day. Inside, outside zone, lots of run, but excellent start so far by Chase Williams.
There's your offense for Westminster, brought to us by our friends at Regions Bank. You saw the offensive line. Des Neuer in the middle at 230. There's your skill position players. You've seen Zay Malcolm make an impact already at 5'5", 168. 4 in the pattern, so it turns quarterback draw. Woley inside the 40, down to the 36, gain of 14.
What you want to see, what you see here, this is called one back power. And it's basically you get 10 blockers on 11. So that was created and invented by Florida Tim Tebow. You got one runner, 10 blockers. It's going to make it hard. Excellent job by Rankin Woley, taking advantage.
So let's see what they do here. First and 10 at the 36. They've been added a minute and 20 seconds. They're already deep inside Blessed Trinity territory. There's 4 or 5 Blessed Trinity guys who told Woley once, but not twice. Let's take a look at the Blessed Trinity starters, brought to us by our friends at Regions Bank. Shane Parton in the middle at 6'1", 255. Matt Castor, 6'1", Gator at 6'1", 285. J.D. Bertrand on the right side, number 16. There's your 3 linebackers. Logan Craighead, you saw him at tight end. Garrett Dupuis, we talked about him in the open. Jake Rudolph, son of Coleman, from the North Avenue Slide Rule Jockeys. And here's your defensive backs, Milton Shelton, Colin Dorr, Steel Chambers making an impact as a freshman at 6 feet, 200 pounds. And Elijah Hamilton, son of
Ruffin Hamilton, former Falcon.
Wide open down the seam. It was there for a second with Seth Masso, but it was knocked away, incomplete. Great defense that time to prevent the touchdown by Elijah Hamilton.
Well, Elijah Hamilton's a fantastic player. As you see it here, they're playing cover 2. They have 2 safeties over the top. You're not going to throw deep. The linebacker has to get depth. Excellent job here with ball skills. But I also like what Westminster's doing here. Run it. Let's take a shot.
Colin Dorr also back there. To the 2 defensive backs. Roll out to the right. Finds some time. Complete. After the edge. Out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of 10 or close to. They'll move the sticks one more time. Masso this time with the catch, the senior.
Nice throw and catch. Runs 5 yards. Doesn't out. Runs towards the sideline. 5 yards. Simple throw and catch.
This drive's only gone 2 minutes and 11 seconds. They've already gone 55 yards. 3 first downs along the way for Westminster. Big stack, B-button move to get you down to 20. Quarterback keeper movement. Once again, just trying to move the ball down. You got all your blockers. You had 3 right in front of Rankin Woley, including Seb Masso that time to go with the offensive line.
Yeah, Rankin Woley, I mean, he's a competitor. He's basically taking a leadership role on this team. As you can see, he is the featured guy, and he just has to manage the situations. Know when to run, make the right play.
And Moulter in with the gap of the Blessed Trinity folks for the tackle that last time. Big power inside the 15, down to the 14 once again. You're seeing the power that Westminster wants to show running the football, not being scared about anything.
And we talked about Coleman's son, Jake. You got to make tackles. One of the things, the emphasis today, you have to lock up on these big running backs. A missed tackle just then just gave another opportunity to get 3 or 4 yards. That's going to be big today. Got to wrap up. Got to wrap up.
Logan Craighead, number 17, the senior, on the
Timeout.
tackle.
Blessed
Timeout
Trinity.
called
That's
for
their
by
first
Blessed
charge time out of the
Trinity.
half.
And is this just to give them a blow? We'll find out when we come back.
To give me a blow.
Blessed Trinity goes down the field, comes up empty. Westminster on their first drive, trying to get some points on the board. We'll be back in a second.
GHSA Championship is made possible in part by Regions Bank. It's time to expect more. Georgia's Electric Membership Corporation, lighting the way. Technical College System of Georgia, learn more, earn more. Cigna, together all the way. And viewers like you, thank you. The GHSA would like to thank Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance.
Welcome back to the Georgia Dome. 5:06 for the first quarter here in the AAA Championship. Blessed Trinity and Westminster. They've already seen each other in the regular season. Now they get to see each other in Game 15 under the big top here at the Dome.
Well, they see each other every day in Roswell. They eat at the same places. They play the same parks. But it's really literally revitalized the community. But already 3 plays of 10-plus yards on this drive. That's big. And that's huge right now for Westminster.
And we knew that this was going to be in the trenches. 7-on-7, 8-on-8, man on a hat. If you like football as a collision sport, this is the AAA Championship, and that's what you're getting. Duck back to the inside off the left guard. Nothing there, really. Maybe a yard.
Well, in this situation here, when you're on defense, when you look at Blessed Trinity, you got to bow your necks. And you think about what Westminster just did on the other end. You got to bow your necks, and this is a really important drive.
Here's your look from ground level.
This kid's tough.
Just tuck and run.
Tough kid.
Saw it at left guard, left tackle. They don't give him a yard, so they'll call it 2nd down and 10, just inside the 14. Protection off to the left. Chase Williams has a problem with the high pitch, and that's going to be a loss of 4. Looked like they were almost too close that time for the contact, and the pitch went a little too high. Let's take a look. What do you see here?
Well, I see Bertrand. I see doing an excellent job putting pressure on the quarterback. One of the things you want to do here is you want to hit the quarterback. You want to, affect the quarterback. And that's what happened.
Colin Dorr, 6 foot, 185-pound senior, with the impact there, trying to go right side down to the 15, so they get a couple of them back. We'll set up a 4th down and 11, so it'll be a field goal opportunity for Westminster.
I like the technique by Shane Parton here. Excellent job using his hands to push the offensive lineman back, separating off the block and running and giving effort to the ball.
32-yard field goal attempt right now by Blake Gillikin. Gillikin already a commit to Penn State. So let's see what the Nittany to be can do here from the right-hand side. Bit of a pull and right on through. First 3 points on the board go to Westminster.
So it's good to start first with some points. Always good. That was a nice drive, though. I mean, it was set up a lot of balance. And when you look at it, that's what we talked about. Creating a situation where you get your opponent off balance. And when you see what happened on that drive, it was an excellent job, Westminster, getting Blessed Trinity off balance. So remember, they're setting up plays now so they can come back and work them later.
It's that time where you have to try to track down Chewy. Tweet your guess to @GPP Sports. Since Chewy was not allowed in the Georgia Dome this year, #Chewy Unleashed. Find Chewy at these coordinates: 25-20-42 South, 131-210 East. Tweet your guess to @GPP Sports, #Chewy Unleashed, and you have the opportunity to be thrown in the hand of an iPad mini, which is a very cool gift. 12 plays, 64 yards. Took 4:42 off the clock. You see the Westminster flipping the football. Gillikin one more time, no return. And to have a weapon like that, this weekend in particular will come up big. Once again, there's a look at your scoring drive brought to us by our friends of the Technical College System of Georgia, TCSG. Learn more, earn more. 64-12 and 442, and a lot of big plays.
Yeah, a lot of big plays. And back to kicking, you were talking about being a weapon. The kickers are people too, okay? It's okay. The number one, in a second, I'm going to tell you about the greatest kicker I've ever been around. He helped the team win the state championship here in Georgia.
story time with hashtag Dr. Rush coming up in just a second. Motion near side. Looks like Stack. Down the seam. Big play, 35. And a turnover. The ball popped loose. Picked up at the 39-yard line. Big hit on defense. Westminster comes up with it, but we've got a flag. So we'll see what happens here. Does it stay with Westminster or does it go back to BT?
It's a big call here. First big call of the game.
Stephen Ballard involved, the Mike linebacker at 205, and here's the big discussion early on. This could be the big momentum shot coming right out of the blocks for Westminster to have a short field.
Looks like number 16, J.D. Bertrand, looks like he was uncovered. The quarterback finds him open. Doesn't secure the
We
ball.
have illegal touching on the offense. That penalty will be declined. First down.
We're all over it. Todd Britton with the call. Westminster with the football. Take another look.
Well, I think, let me tell you why it was an illegal touching. Anytime you have a wide receiver that's covered up, and you'll see on the screen, he was covered up. He's an illegal. He can't catch the ball, so that receiver cannot catch the ball if there's a receiver outside of him on the line of scrimmage.
Big hit by Harrison Jones to knock the ball loose. Stephen Ballard with the recovery. Westminster a short field at the BT 39. Handoff up the middle, couple of yards. 2, maybe 3, depending on the spot. Isaiah Malcolm getting the carry.
It's a nice job by the entire front of the Blessed Trinity. Do a good job. Good job, Stout. It's going to be a slobber knocker kind of day. So get your popcorn, folks. Get your popcorn. It's going to be some big plays, some big hits today.
So Zay Malcolm getting another couple of yards there. Down to the 37-yard line. So they gave him the 2, second down and 8. We're under 3 minutes here.
Zay Malcolm's really been stepping up big time in the playoffs. Really been getting after it.
3 carries, 36 yards in the first quarter for it.
3 wides to the right, nothing to the left.
So let's see what Westminster does here. Motion to the near side. Roll to the right. Trying to find that same pattern down the seam. Into the air. Almost intercepted, incomplete. Milton Shelton almost had it off the deflection. Rankin Woley earlier in their first drive rolled right. Had a connection. This was close, but a disconnect.
Yeah, Rankin Woley, he was a count behind on that throw, a little bit behind on that play. Got to get it out of his hands a little bit quicker, because those kind of tips and those kind of late plays can also almost create an interception for the opponent.
Ball down again. There's Milton Shelton off the corner. Screen picked up 40. Nice ankle tackle there at the 38-yard line. Steele Chambers, the freshman, coming up with a big opportunity there at 6 foot 200 pounds. Great effort by him. And what'd you see on this play?
Well, what I see here, smoke and mirrors. They're trying to fake. They're going to send motion, and what they're going to do is they're going to fake here, a screen up here, smoke and mirrors, and they're going to throw it to the receiver that comes here. And what that is called, it's a double screen. It's a setup. Nice job, nice scheme, but also better tackling on the other end.
Big shoulder move that time. We've got a long field goal attempt here. 53 yards. Is it going to have the distance? Maybe. It's good. Blake Gilligan needed to have it go 53. He hit it 54.
The Atlanta Falcons kicker, Ryan, he just went on injured reserve. We might need this young man. Wow, what a kick. Are you serious? What a leg.
And this is why he's heading to Happy Valley. Here it is. Great protection to get the long distance kick off. And he knew it. Look at that.
Kickers
I got this.
Kickers are people too.
I got this.
I love kickers, especially when they win you championships.
Oh, story time with Dr. Rush.
I love me some Morton Anderson. But look, in high school in 1984, you know who the #1 player on our Clark Central State Championship team was?
The kicker.
The kicker. John Casey.
Yes.
He ends up playing about 10,000 years in the pros.
No
but he was a weapon, and he was the reason, I believe, at the end of the day, they never returned kickoffs. So when you look at both of these teams, the great kickers they have, it's going to be a factor in the end.
See him go 3 for 4. upstairs for more on the kicking game. Nikki Noto.
Easy punts and easy field goals, you guys. Look, earlier in pregame warm-ups, I saw him kicking 57 yards. The special teams coordinator even came over to me. He said, look, he could even make it from 60, but good news, bad news, this is the last game of his senior year. We'll have to watch him in Happy Valley next year, guys.
Yeah, I'd like to see him just launch from 60 just to see what happens.
Yeah, especially if it was up in Neyland Stadium.
Listen to you. Hey. He's going to Happy Valley. Come on, man.
I love
Come on,
Great. I love Happy Valley.
102 seconds to go for the first quarter. 2 Blake Gillikin field goals that made it 6-0 Westminster. Handoff up the middle.
You know, once Morton Anderson had 3 plus 50-yard field goals in one game, former Falcon great. Kickers are people too now. Like some of the NFL players and college guys.
Kickers are people too.
I don't want the high school kids to bleed into what everybody else thinks. High school kickers are important, and you'll see at the end of this game.
Milton Shelton with the carry there. Gets a couple. Gave him 4. Sidney Cleveland 6. Thomas. Finds a hole. Gets a couple in between the 26 and 27. Third down and manageable now for Blessed Trinity.
Can I do some mathematics? You get 5 defensive linemen. You get 3 linebackers. You get an 8-man front.
That's 8. There it is.
What they're trying to form here is form a wall with 8 men in the box. And that's the only way you're going to be able to stop Milton Shelton in this explosive offense. So 5 plus 3, when you see that, it's an 8-man box. That means Westminster's trying to stop the run. When you see a 4 or 3-man front, expect them they're playing coverage and they're playing pass.
Third down 4, probably the last play here of the first quarter. Tight formation. Spin move up to the 40, close to the 45-yard line, giving the 43, gain of 17. 46 first quarter yards for Milton Shelton. Here's 17 of them right here.
Well, what you're going to see here, we talked about power. This is called 23 power. The 2-back, which is the running back, is going to go to the 3-hole. If you're on the offensive side, that's to the left of the offensive lineman next to the center. They're going to pull 2 offensive linemen to smash the defensive tackle, and they're going to come right down the middle, as you can see there. And you're going to see that all day.
Last play of the first quarter, they're going to squeeze one more in here. Play action, roll out, thinking deep. Receivers there. Defender falls down, and it's caught at the 10. Matt Higgins with the big pickup at the tail end of the first quarter. Gain of 44 on the pitch and catch with Connor Davis. And that is the end of a pretty solid 12 minutes for championship number 2 of 7. Big hookup for Blessed Trinity. They're going to try to take the lead as we come back to the Georgia Dome for the second quarter.
Today, companies in the aerospace, advanced manufacturing, and film industries need skilled workers, and the earning potential is high. Go Build Georgia can show you where the jobs are and what skills you need to get them. And the Technical College System of Georgia has fast, affordable training for these great paying careers. Build your blueprint for success at GoBuildGeorgia.com and look to the Technical College System of Georgia to put your plan into action.
At the heart of our community are the businesses that don't skip a beat. Georgia's electric membership cooperatives stand behind local commerce. Whether keeping farms running or shining a light on new ventures, we bring business, large and small, to our communities. Creating jobs, driving development, supporting dreams. Georgia's EMCs, powering our businesses, lighting the way.
Game day brings out the best in all of us. At Regions, every day is game day.
You exercise. You choose the salad, occasionally. But staying well, physically, financially, emotionally, is hard on your own. So Cigna's got your back and your knees 24/7. Cigna's there to answer your questions. Or when you need some coaching. In sickness and in health, Cigna's there, helping you to get well and stay well. That's having a partner who's with you all the way. Cigna.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter of the 2015 Tommy Guillebeau GHSA Football Championships here at the Georgia Dome, presented by Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. Blessed Trinity, a big play at the end of the first 12 minutes. Let's see what they do here at the start of the second 12 minutes. Tight formation. 1st and 10 from the 11. Milton Shelton, no surprise, caught in a boatload of traffic with dark green jerseys.
Westminster swarm into the ball. That's what you got to do. You got to have resilience when you're playing in high school championship football games because, you know, they're going to make their plays. But after a big play, as you see here, you got to get after it. Westminster does a good job stretching it out. They formed the wall that time. That was a good job. You just want to form a wall. If you see that wall fractured on defense, got some issues.
Chase Williams in on it. 59, Tyler Gillikin in on it. Safe to say that the entire Westminster defense was in on it by the time it was over. Thought about the handoff, but a sack in the backfield. Connor Davis. Big loss of yards there. Truman Jones, the sophomore, in on the tackle.
Well, nice job by Truman Jones. It was a blitz. And when they send pressure, you got to get them down because you're going to have limited guys covered in the backfield. I like what Truman Jones does right here. Doesn't go high. Look at his tackling target zone. He goes low. At this point, you want to be smart, and you don't want to give a cheap first down. Excellent play that time on defense by Truman Jones. Big kid, too. I like the way he looks.
6'1", 194, tight end on offense, linebacker on defense. And you're going to see a lot of young guys on both of these teams making big impacts today, both sides of the football. 3rd down, 14. They have to get to the 1 for a first down. Motion up top. Handoff once again into the middle of the field. Maybe get you 2. So it'll be another kick for Blessed Trinity to try to put points on the board.
Nice defense that time by Westminster. Think about after a big play. In championship games, you got to have resilience. That heck of a job there, because if you give up a touchdown, starts changing the dynamics of the way that offense is going to get your defense. Nice job by Westminster.
Brooks Jose in for the field goal attempt, 29 yards. Had the distance on a long first attempt in the first quarter, but it ended up wide. So the right footer from 29 looked like it was deflected, but it makes its way through. Now let's go back to the last play of the first 12 minutes that set up the short field for Blessed Trinity and the 3 points.
Well, we talked about you run the ball for attitude and you throw the ball for points. What you see here, when the ball is snapped, Matt Higgins gets downfield, gets vertical right now. He's headed down, he's getting out of here, he's going to hit the seam. But what I want you to really notice, watch his concentration on this play as when they snap the ball here.
Locked into him the entire time, and the concentration right there with everything happening around him.
What happened was they sent the blitz and they played cover 2, which that means is the 2 deepest guys have 1/3 of the field.
Okay.
If we were looking at a pie, it's 1/3.
All right.
And he was able to split the seam, the middle, because the linebacker in cover 2 has to get depth. So if you don't get any depth, he was able to split the seam. So excellent job by Matt Higgins, number 6. His concentration also, you know, making a play. That's what it's about.
So Matt Higgins took the middle piece of the pie.
Yep.
And took the other 2 pieces along with him.
Yep, I've been on that before myself. You know, see how big his belly is?
Uh-huh.
I gained about 25 on me now since last year.
You have not.
I'm a big boy at heart.
Always.
Big boy.
Always. Matt Higgins going to lacrosse, to play lacrosse at Loyola. Squib kick, picked up at the 10. 25, 30, grabbed by the jersey, nothing. Momentum carries him out to the 35-yard line.
What a tackle.
We'll get to that tackle in just a sec. I know you're a fan of Downton Abbey. A lot of folks are. It's returning for its final season, January 3rd, 2016. But before the premiere, that's what they call it, premieres, of season 6. Catch up on all of last season. Sunday nights at 7 this December. GPB's your home for Downton Abbey and all the great Masterpiece series. Sunday night is drama night on the great GPB.
Go up tempo here.
Picket fence formation up high. This is a new one from Blessed Trinity. Handoff up the middle. Nothing.
Blessed Trinity, they're trying to spread them out. I'm sorry. Westminster's trying to spread them out and hit them in the middle. And one of the challenges is when you're a primary running team and you run inside zone, teams study each other. These guys are like brothers. They're like, literally, they're cousins. They know everything that's going to happen. The key is going to be executing. You can run the same plays that people know, Nelson, but you got to execute.
Zay Malcolm with the carry. Didn't get a whole lot. Maybe a half a yard. Motion down low. Let's see what Woolley thinks. Stopped twice. Thinks a third time. In and out of the hands. Incomplete to Ethan Price.
Price, tough play there. And that's one of those things that it's just from a concentration standpoint, it happens. But you want to make those plays, but the young man will have another opportunity.
And I think that's also key for quarterbacks in these situations to continue to show confidence in receivers in these situations too.
Good call. Got to go back to him. Can't give up on him.
3rd down 10. 3 minutes gone here, second quarter. Westminster leading Blessed Trinity 6-3. Handoff. Spun down to 38, so a gain of 3 punting situation now for the Titans.
Well, good job by Shane Parton, that defensive tackle, number 7. Gets penetration, and he forces the running back. He limits his running lanes. Excellent job that time by the defense, Blessed Trinity, by Parton. Nice work.
Parton, interest coming from folks in Statesboro. Folks who play in this place on Saturdays, Georgia State and North Carolina as well.
I love it. He's a playmaker.
Foot into the football from the 38. Waved it off. Is it going to bounce? And it does into the end zone. 62-yard punt. No return. We were in the Blessed Trinity locker room. Tim McFarland chasing after his second title as a coach. What did he tell his players? Here's the answer.
Guys are playing a good football team. They're on a roll. Last time they lost to you. You understand? Sure. That means something to them, okay? But I want to tell you something, fellas. All that emotion, all the reasons, all the causes, all that goes out the window after the first hit. This is football. It doesn't change. It does not change. This will be a tough ball game. This will be a tough ball game. But you do what you do and just let the results be what they are.
Man, he got me ready to play.
He's ready to dive. Ready to dive in the pile. Down 3. Let's see what happens this time around. Toss up high. 9, maybe 10 for Shelton as he went around the right-hand side.
We're right-hand heavy a little bit today, huh? I bet you, as we look back.
I'm fairly certain they might have seen something on tape.
No.
There are no secrets with these region rivals. You see something, you think that you can go after it, you're going to. When you've got the right-hand side, if you start with Hewitt Joseph at center at 215. Gator Kastner at 285. Chase Haroff at 205 on that right-hand side for Blessed Trinity. Jump, looks back, no penalty call. Handoff, once more, up the middle. Down to maybe a gain of 2 for Shelton up to the 32.
Nice penetration. I couldn't see who that player was, but anytime you play against zone read teams, Noga, Toga, what Noga means you're going to run the ball off the nose. Toga means off the tackle. Here it was off the nose. It was a good job on that side, that time by Westminster. You can tell they've done their homework. I like it.
Stephen Ballard, number 60, the 205-pound senior middle linebacker on the tackle, grabbing the ankles. Heavy formation here, handoff, and met in the backfield, no gain.
There he is again.
It's the Truman show early on. Truman Jones, 41, the sophomore, getting in the backfield. That's the second time in the last couple of minutes that he's been in the backfield.
Stephen Ballard, in the last 2 plays, he's got a lot of penetration. He's shooting the gaps, and that kills running teams when you can't get penetration. We'll keep keeping an eye on that. Good job by Westminster.
Second down, short 10, long 9. Quick out, near side. Attempting to shake off the tackle. They get up to the 37. Once again, it's Matt Higgins. on the pitching coach.
Did you see that? I love it when a young man makes a great tackle. I love it when a young man makes a great tackle. Joe Egan, excellent job coming up, wrapping up. He rolled tackles. That's what they call this. That was invented by the Seattle Seahawks and Pete Carroll about 4 years ago. Every high school in Georgia pretty much watches a video that the Seattle, it protects your head. It protects you versus concussions. Excellent job, because that's what the Georgia High School Association is about, the GHSA is about now. There's a new emphasis on safety.
3rd down, 6. So let's see what Connor Davis does here. They're calling a timeout and take another look at it.
Timeout, Western Trinity. That's their second charge timeout.
Tim McFarland calling the folks over. And we're going to take a timeout with him. We'll find out what Tim McFarland's telling the guys when we come back. Halfway through the second quarter of the second championship game on championship weekend. Westminster leading Blessed Trinity 6-3 in the great GPB. Stay with it.
Cotton contributes $2.5 billion to the state's economy annually. It takes more than 60 cotton gins and manufacturers to bring cotton into our everyday lives. Kids always like to stay in the pool a little too long, and when they do get out, covered in goosebumps, you feel the urge to wrap them up. The cozy embrace of cotton does the job. Cotton, the natural choice for Georgia.
Welcome back to the Big Top, the Georgia Dome for the 2015 GHSA Tommy Gillibo Football Championships. It is 6-3. The Westminster School is leading Blessed Trinity, and upcoming on Georgia Public Broadcasting, see one of America's great traditions with the lighting of the National Christmas Tree. Host Reese Witherspoon this year joins President Obama and his family, plus performances from musical guests Fall Out Boy, Aloe Black, Crosby, Stills, and Nash and more. It's the National Christmas Tree lighting this Thursday at 9 on GPB.
Get him out the pocket, half roll to the right, or run a speed sweep to the right. Something needs to go to the right with the spacing here. That's kind of what I'm expecting him to do. Something to the right. Half roll, Nelson. It's really important. They've set it up the last couple plays going to the left.
So we'll see if they go to the wide side of the field here on 3rd down and 6. From the 37, there's your roll out. Trying to find complete and a first down once again, hooking up Davis and Higgins.
Well, as we just described a second ago, the half roll, and part of this is the 3 of the last 4 plays going to the last series, they've been coming this way. So what they did, they faked here, they take him here. It's called a half roll. He's going in protection. He's going in protection. He's going in protection. They're going to find him right here. The receiver on a short play. Man, that's simple work right there for those guys. Excellent job on the first down.
There's your pitch. There's your catch. There's your first down. Blessed Trinity rolls it out one more time. 5.5 to go here. Up the middle, up to the 50. Milton Shelton again a 7.
You'll start seeing some adjustments now from the Westminster side. Here we go. Good blocking here in the middle. That's called inside zone. I mean, excellent blocking. Give the offensive line a lot of credit. A lot of credit so far.
Number 8, Jake Bogosian, the 6', 230-pound senior fullback, also clearing the way.
Sure, that's a fullback or an offensive guard in the backfield.
Regarded as a fullback on their roster, so that's how I'm going to say it.
He is a good-looking, big fullback. Let's just say that. If you need him at guard, I like it.
There you go. Like having another guard back there as Milton Shelton gets another first down.
Let's see what he does here. Does an excellent job. We just talked about him. Does an excellent job on the block here. I mean, when you're working here, Harrison Jones does an excellent job. Does an excellent job.
Did you notice who got the first pancake? Jake Bogosian, 8. Your offensive lineman in the backfield, there's Shelton's numbers, averaging about 5 yards a carry. Already carried it 16 times.
Are you surprised?
Not in this weather.
Right.
From the 44, handoff. Play fake, Davis will hang on to it. Loss of 2. And on the tackle, 55, Ollie Bogus. Part of that strong tackle setup for Westminster.
Well, it's just a smart job right here. Not doing anything silly. Connor Davis takes the sack. We live the fight again. Just actually, a negative play can be a positive play when you're a young quarterback like that. I like how he's managing himself and managed that play there.
You'd rather lose 6 feet than 6 yards.
Yep. Any day of the week.
Paige Reeder, 73, also in on that. Second down and 12. Ninth play of the drive. Fake the inside handoff. Connor Davis has had to roar out down the sideline, just out of the reach. We got a flag. We got 2 flags. So we'll see what happens here.
Holding. There was holding on the cornerback.
And then a hold in the pile, probably at the 42, so they're probably offset.
Thinking Malcolm Strickland might have got a little sticky on his fingers. Maybe held him. Man, nice play by the quarterback though. Took a busted play, almost made a touchdown. Nice.
Rolled out once, rolled out twice.
Yep.
Gave himself a little more time. Let's see what Todd Britton has to say.
Have an ineligible receiver on the offense.
Okay.
We have a hold on the defense.
Offset.
Those penalties will offset.
Try it again.
We'll replay second down.
All right.
Well, we got half of it right.
There's Jerry Romberg, Tim McFarland. Here's your look. So talk us through it.
Well, what you see here, excellent job by the quarterback. This is a busted play. Great job by Westminster. They make a play, but the quarterback makes a better play getting out of the pocket, holding here. I mean, that was just an excellent play really by both sides. The quarterback made one better to get out the pocket.
Connor Davis has found Matt Higgins a couple of times. That's his only incompletion was on that last play. And Davis and Higgins so far through the air to Blessed Trinity. Handoff up the middle up to the 40. They'll get him 7, so it'll be 3rd down and 6. Once again, Nolan Shelton, the workhorse.
These are the toughest kind of games to play in because you're playing against the run, you're running the ball, it's a physical game. We talked about one of the keys in the beginning was conditioning. It's going to show up. Good conditioning helps win championships.
And it goes back to all of these guys playing multiple sports.
I like that philosophy. I love when kids get a chance to try different sports because lacrosse has become big. You know, soccer is big. There's so many different sports that I just think kids need to experience.
Shelton's a track athlete. Higgins, lacrosse. We seem to have a helmet malfunction. And here's what Blessed Trinity has done while they try to get to the bottom of the helmet issue. Ended number 1, ranked Calhoun. They took Calhoun's 28-game win streak away from them in that 12-7 loss. 3 straight region titles for the Titans. Last 4 years, look at that record, 44-8-1. They were a semifinalist last year. They've been in the playoffs the last 5 years. But remember, the region title this year was off of a coin flip. And as a co-region champ, Cedar Grove won the toss, elected to be the 2 seed, which gave Blessed Trinity the 1 seed and the seemingly harder road, having to go through Calhoun, having to go through Jefferson, where Cedar Grove ended up losing to Westminster on the left-hand side of the bracket, which says a lot about this region when 3 of your 4 seeds make it all the way through to the Final 4.
Well, they're playing great football out there in Cobb County. They're getting after them as well, you know. And football has no real face. When kids come together and want to win and do it the right way, you got to get 2 good coaches. Anything can happen. We've seen it. We've seen it a million times.
We've expanded the helmet malfunction issue to a timeout.
Modern technology is
Tyler Gilligan's helmet is not agreeing with Tyler Gilligan right now.
Football's gotten too computerized. We got cameras and helmets. We got video, iPads now on the sideline. I'm old school a little bit, but I like it, but it is slowing the game down.
You see the electric blue marks at the bottom of the screen. The timeouts are Blessed Trinity with 1 left here in the first half. Westminster with 2 of their initial 3.
I expect him to stay in the half row, get the quarterback out the pocket. He's been super creative basically the entire game.
See what happens here. 3rd down 6, toss. Shelton dodges 1 tackle at the 40, gets the corner, 35, buries his head, gets the first down around the 32. They'll give him 8 in the first.
Nice job by Milton Shelton going to the left. We talked about spacing. We talked about the situation. Does a good job on the toss with great blocks along the board. But I like this right here. Drop that shoulder. Booyah. First down. Nice run. But I like, look, he's protecting himself. But I also like the way Westminster tackled then.
Joe Egan again.
They had an opportunity. We talked about the GHSA you know, having an emphasis on targeting and hitting. That was a great job by the runner and the tackler.
96 yards in the first half on 18 carries now for Milton Shelton. About 5.5 a carry for him. That was not 5.5.
That was a butt tackle. We got to run that back.
Into the pile to the 32, maybe a yard. Cage Reader, 73.
Run that back. Stop it. Right when he goes
and
booyah. Uh-oh. Right here. It happens sometime, guys. It happens.
I think Shelton was anticipating a hole that got closed very quickly. Cage Reader at 287 will do that for you.
Now all the offensive linemen are mad because they don't feel like that call anymore.
12th play of the drive on 2nd down and 9 from the 31. Coming up on 2 minutes to go, first half. Play action. Davis looking long, has the receiver led, and it's caught. Pitch and catch again with Higgins down inside the 5, down to the 2, gain of 29.
You run the ball for toughness, you throw the ball for points. Excellent job by the offense setting this up. We talked about situations. The quarterback sets his feet, throws, but what happens at the receiver position, they run it out and up. That's what happens when you're able to run the ball and you set up play action pass, and you got a quarterback that's been keeping himself alive all day. Excellent job. Excellent job at Blessed Trinity.
Connor Davis leading the receiver. He's been leading Matt Higgins really well. These two have been in tune for these first 24 minutes. First and goal from the 2. Davis talking to his offensive line, making sure they know where to go. Toss, shut, cut, touchdown. Blessed Trinity was knocking on the door a couple of times. Here's a look at your TCSG touchdown replay.
Well, does a good job. Check out number 8 right here. Look at Big Jake. Does an excellent job springing the running back, gets him out of there. We talked about this big fullback. We talked about the importance. Touchdown.
Coming right at you right there. You saw Jake Bogosian with the clear out. Easy 6 feet for the score that time for Milton Shelton. Probably one of the easier 2-yard touchdowns he's had. PAT is good. Blessed Trinity now up by 4. 94 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, I love what Jake Bogosian's been doing, and if we give an unsung hero right now, he's a guard in the backfield. He's been blocking great all day. I mean, give him a lot of credit, but I like the fact that he's having impact. And in the day where fullbacks are, you know, a lot of places out of date, he does an excellent job on that tall sweep blocking there. I like how he's working.
There's a look at your scoring drive, brought to us by our friends at TCSG, the Technical College System of Georgia. Learn more, earn more. 80 in 13 plays, almost 6.5 minutes. There's your up-to-date numbers on Milton Shelton. 98 in 20 tries. And the 6.
He's doing a good job. He's a workhorse right now. Workhorse.
And when you're in rhythm like that, you're going to want it continually.
And if you remember earlier, they went a little bit up-tempo, Nelly, so they want to kind of speed up the pace is one thing that they ended up doing. And now you look at Blessed Trinity, they kind of changed the tempo a little bit. It's kind of gotten Westminster off balance a little bit.
See what Blessed Trinity can do here at foot of the football. Once again, clears the plane in the end zone, comes out to the 20. It's time to work the geography. Let's find Chewy since he wasn't allowed in the Georgia Dome using the hashtag Chewy Unleashed. Tweet your guess as to where he is to the Twitter account at GPB Sports. Chewy is at 25 degrees, 20 minutes, 42 seconds south, 131.2 and 10 east, 25, 20, 42 south, 131.2 and 10. Tweet your guess to at GPB Sports with the hashtag Chewy Unleashed, and you will be thrown in the hat for an iPad Mini. Thanks for watching us this weekend here on the great GPB. Quick little out pattern. Gets a couple of yards to Zay Malcolm, and that's about it.
I think they were expecting pressure then. That was a nice job on a screen pass. That was a middle screen. Good job by the defense of Blessed Trinity.
4 guys there for the Titans D. And a full close to 5. Second down handoff to Malcolm. He gets 2 maybe. The give him close to the 27 for 3rd and 3 as we're under a minute.
Blessed Trinity, they're striking blocks up on the front. One of the most important parts of playing football when you play defensive line, you have to learn how to strike blocks. As you see here, they're striking blocks. Excellent job in the double teams. You cannot play in a double team if you don't lead with your hands. Hands first, and everything follows behind it.
J.D. Bertrand, 16, the freshman, is working his way down from the left-hand side, ended up going from low to high for the tackle. 3rd down and 3, 30 seconds to go. It'll be interesting to see just what Westminster has in mind here for the rest of the quarter. And off up the middle for Rankin Wolen. And it looks like
this is J.D. Bertrand making a great play on that
sure.
inside.
Timeout.
4th and 2 and a timeout call.
Final charge timeout of the half.
Well, in this situation right now, punting is, you got to punt the ball.
They are.
I mean, that's not an option. You got to get it out of there. It's okay to play field position. And we talked about one of the keys today was going to be situational football. Punt the ball, live the fight again. Defense is still playing well.
There's your look at Westminster and what they've done in their history. Best 2-year record the last 2 years at 22-6. The titles 71-78. Semifinalists last year. Look at all the region titles, 17. They've made the playoffs the last 9 years. Once again, 3 of the 4 teams from the region make it to the Final Four. Cedar Grove, Westminster, Blessed Trinity. The Wildcats and the Titans are the ones playing for it. Jerry Romberg, 24 years at the helm at the Westminster School.
And I commend him for his commitment to the kids, because being a head coach is a tireless job. You become father figure, you become coach, you become brother, and he's done a heck of a job.
And we knew coming into this game that it was going to be line versus line. I'm going to line my guys up, my 7 or 8, up against your 7 or 8. And see who's going to shift, who's going to move, and who's going to assert themselves. And we're not surprised by anything that's happened in this 24 minutes.
Well, this game's a push right now. They're battling back and forth. That's what I wanted. That's what everybody wanted. No one wants to win a championship without challenge. And that's part of the deal here today.
So 4th and 2. You see the time on the clock, 21 seconds. Westminster punts away. Long driving kick, and they're just going to let it go. The sandwich takes a good stop at the 14-yard line. Looks a nice English mark. 58-yard punt, no return.
The Georgia Dome is filling up. Great crowd. You can cut the electricity with a knife.
You don't want to do that. Well, if the knife's metal and you're cutting electricity, it's kind of dangerous.
It's like a figure of speech.
Okay.
Where'd you go to school again, Nelly?
High school, Lakeside DeKalb.
Oh, that's why. Just a joke, just a joke. Lakeside used to be a big-time power. We used to play you guys.
Creel and Phil Lindsay, brother.
Didn't Clark Central?
Here it comes.
Was that 79? I'm not sure.
Here it comes.
Oh, anyway, we'll get into that.
Yes, we will. We have an entire weekend to do it. They're going to take the knee, Blessed Trinity, and that'll do it for the half. Coming up will be the halftime show with Mark and Jackie. Nicky Noto will be tracking down Tim McFarland, the head coach of Blessed Trinity, will get his words from the first half. These two teams, region rivals, chasing after a state championship. Blessed Trinity chasing after their first in school history. Westminster chasing after their third, their first since 1978. Downstairs with Coach McFarland, Nicky Noto.
Coach, 2 deep balls yielded to 2 scoring drives right now. How critical were those for you?
Well, they were big because we're having trouble moving the ball otherwise. So, we'll just continue to do what we do. They're really good on defense, and it'll be a close game.
Coach, Westminster, tough team. You knew that coming in. What are your keys to the game in the second half in order to take home a win?
We got to hang on the football and keep Zay off the field. He's a game breaker for them, and we've got to do a little better job of running the football.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, it's officially halftime. Let's go ahead and send it over to Mark and Jackie.
Thank you very much, Nikki. We are at halftime of the Class 3A state championship game. Coming up, we'll hear from the Westminster Marching Band. Plus, we'll talk to both principals and find out what's going on at Westminster and Blessed Trinity.
Plus, we'll hear from some proud parents, very proud of their champion out there on the field. We'll also check in online to see what fans are saying in the social media world. And do we have a winner for Chewy Unleashed? I believe we might. That and more coming up in the GPB halftime show. Don't go anywhere.
This program on GPB is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong. Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
For the best of the best, the journey is almost over. Just one last challenge lies ahead.
All this going on and on about how different we all are. Here's an idea. Let's talk about how we're all the same. How we live. How we love. The young. The old. The way we wear our hearts on our sleeves. The way we get up, my friends, and the way we get down. From our back roads all the way to our tree-lined streets, it is on Sunday that we are all the same. Because on Sunday, we are all Falcons.
Whether you plan to attend a 2-year college, 4-year university, or go straight into the world of work, the Georgia CTAE Work-Based Learning Program teaches students essential career skills through real-world experiences and on-the-job training.
We are at halftime of the 3A championship game, the second game today of the big 7-game, 2-day GHSA championship extravaganza here on GPB. We are live in the Georgia Dome and getting ready to rumble.
We are only just sort of beginning as we continue to roll through here at halftime. You definitely want to make sure that you are interacting with us on all social media platforms, including Facebook and Twitter and also Snapchat. So find us at GPB Sports. And you definitely want to make sure that you're friends with us because we are doing some awesome contests with some awesome prizes. All right, so there you go. Chewy Unleashed. We have a winner for the contest. As you know, as you've been watching, Chewy is out circling the world right now, and we've been needing your help to tell us where he is. So Michael Foster is our winner, the first person to tweet us the correct answer at GPB Sports with the hashtag Chewy Unleashed was Michael Foster, and said that he is in Ayers Rock, Australia, also known as Uluru. So congratulations, Michael, a mini iPad is coming your way. So make sure you download the GPB Sports app on that iPad in the App Store. It's completely free. So there's a picture of Chewy hanging out in Australia. So there you go. Continue that. There was another chance for you to win an iPad coming up later in the tailgate show. So you want to make sure that you are watching us and that you're friends with us on social media so that you can have your chance to win an iPad mini as well. Also, just tell us where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, and the best photos that make it on the air will win a selfie stick. So we have Angie showing some love here with a silly little boy of hers watching their favorite teams on GPB. Then we have John, who is all the way from Brunswick, Lower Saxony, Germany, saying, "Let's go Titans, hashtag Dome Wars." And then we have this fan watching from Idaho Falls in Idaho. Man, he's all good to go, sportsed up. So make sure when you tweet us, you use the hashtag Dome Wars. Find us at GPB Sports on Facebook and on Twitter. And then now you can also find us on Snapchat, where you can see all the behind-the-scenes action happening here on set from the Georgia Dome.
All right, we now welcome into the program the principal of Blessed Trinity High School, Frank Moore. And Frank, thanks for coming on with us.
Great
Tell
to be
us
here.
a little little bit about what it was like at school this week, because it's the first time Blessed Trinity has ever made it to the championship game.
Last couple of days, not a whole lot of education going on. Real electric atmosphere throughout the building. It's been a lot of fun. Just winning that huge semifinal game last Friday in what was really something of an upset, and then earning our way here has just been tremendous.
You know, Woody Hayes once said it's tough to rally around a math class, but I know everybody there at Blessed Trinity is
Hey, come on, I'm an old math teacher. You can't say that.
What else has been going on at Blessed Trinity this semester?
It's really been a great fall. Athletically, all of our teams did real well. We won a couple of state championships early on. Fine arts program is just electric. They, our choir, symphonic band put on a great show. The dance program at the school is one of the best around, and it's been real nice in that regard. And we just finished a big service project, one we do every year, partnership with one of the local church parishes, Adopt a Family. Our kids brought in over 1,000 presents to give to several families that we've adopted this year, and so it's been real nice. Very heartwarming to see all of that going on during the same week as we're getting ready for this.
Absolutely. Well, it's time now to play Are You Smarter? And here is your question, Principal. In the Christmas movie Elf, Buddy the Elf, played by Will Ferrell, tells a department store Santa he smells like A, too much Old Spice, B, beef and cheese, or C, gin.
Haven't seen it. Siri, got a question for you.
I don't know if we have time for all that.
Honestly, all right, let me take a guess. Let's see, what would Will Ferrell say? Got to be too much like gin.
Given my childhood memories, I might say C as well, but it's actually B. And that's it right there. That wacky elf. But we thank you for being on with us. What do you think is going to happen here in the second half?
This is a war, and we knew it would be coming in. Coach McFarland, I talked to him this morning, and he said that this is going to be not an easy game for either team. That it's going to go right down to the last few minutes, and here we have, 10-6. Can't get much closer than that.
Well, it's good for TV ratings. We appreciate that. Good close
My pleasure.
game.
It's great to be here.
All right, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, time now to check in with Jackie. It's a segment we call Rent Check, where we check in with the parents. So, Jackie, take her away.
That's right, Mark. The Huber family is joining me now. We've got Jan, Merritt, and Merritt, the parents and brother of Blake Huber, who is number 47 for Westminster. And are you guys ready for this?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Mom's got the rah-rah. Okay. All right. What is his favorite football team?
Georgia Bulldog.
That was an easy one. All right. Favorite holiday movie? I'm going to give this one to you, Merritt.
Elf.
That's correct. Okay. So far, okay. And then his biggest motivator when it comes to football?
Coach Romberg.
Girls.
Girls. That's it. That's probably the most honest answer. It's actually linebacker coach Sean O'Sullivan. Okay. And then last question: if he could live anywhere besides Georgia, where would he want to live? Anybody want to take a guess?
Los Angeles.
Roaring Gap, North Carolina.
Okay, they started strong, but then it didn't go so well. Colorado, actually. But yeah, there we go. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us, though. So we're going to give you some GPB t-shirts and also a selfie stick. A selfie stick there. I know that Merritt's excited about that. All right, they are pumped up. They're excited, Mark. We'll send it back upstairs to you.
That family had the great T-shirts. A good act there. That looked really good.
I know. They're going to wear the T-shirts for the rest of the game, I'm told, right?
All right.
No, you got that. You can fit. That's good. You made it. You made the cut.
All right, thank you very much, Jackie. There's more to come on the GPB Championships weekend, our halftime show. We'll play another round of Are You Smarter? And John Nelson joins us for John's Georgia and a look at the great season the Dodge County Indians had this year. All that and more coming your way as the GHSA Championship Week continues on the great GPB. Stay with us. We're at halftime of the AAA game. Right now it is 10-6 with Blessed Trinity on top.
It brings out the best in all of us. Every day is game day.
Here, beauty is a lot more than skin deep. For more than 100 years, we have focused on creating individual success stories. This is a place where professors are mentors, competition is cheered, collaboration counts, experience is hands-on, and connections are lifelong. VSU, over 100 majors, championship athletics, focused on your success.
That's a fantastic finish.
The GHSA Football Championship games continue all day, right here, only on GPB.
This program on GPB is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong. Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
Hey, great party. Oh, thanks. Here you go. One hamburger, medium well. This is well done. No. That's medium well. What? Are you calling me a liar? This thing is practically burned. That's it. You're not gonna come to my house and tell me how to cook a hamburger. I don't really.
You wouldn't do it there.
Gotta be crazy.
So don't do it here. Sportsmanship. It's up to you.
Inside the Dome, welcome back to the 2015 GHSA Football Championship halftime show live on GPB. Midway through the Class AAA championship game between Blessed Trinity and Westminster. Blessed Trinity leading right now 10-6. Been a pretty competitive game.
I know, so far so good. This is what we like to see, especially down to the wire. That makes the best football, that's for sure. And it's been a great 24 minutes of action so far.
Right, you know, they're from the same region. They played each other before. It's always tough, and, you know, points come at a maximum.
I know, so of course there's still a lot of football left to be played. Let's not freak out. It's only the first half. We've learned that, that's for sure. So it's time now to check in with the Westminster principal, Keith Evans. He's joining me now to talk about some of the things that are going on at your school. So tell me, what's going on at Westminster?
Well, as soon as this is over, we'll be in exams next week. We'll take a little time off for Christmas. And then we do something really exciting for the first 3 weeks of January. We do something called Jan Term, where all of our high school students go into these interdisciplinary classes for three solid weeks. So they'll be in one class for 3 weeks.
Wow.
Some of them will travel around the world. They'll be all over Atlanta. Some of them will be studying ecology at the ocean. They'll be studying the engineering of flight and architecture and all sorts of different things.
That's awesome. Is that a new initiative, or is...
Last year was the first year, and we just had a ball with it. It was so much fun. The kids loved it. Faculty loved it. So we're really looking forward to a second year of that.
All right. Well, now we're going to see if you are indeed smarter than your students. So we've got the lightsaber here to give us the question. Okay. We're in the middle of the celebration of Hanukkah. It began last Sunday and ends Monday night. How many candles are there on the menorah? That is the question. Is it A7, B8, or C9? What do you think? How many candles are on the menorah?
9.
He says C9. That is correct. Okay, congratulations. Technically, the answer is 9, one for each of the 8 days of Hanukkah, plus a special candle called the shamash, or helper candle. That is used to light other candles. Not all menorahs are religiously reverent. Here's one made. There you go. There you go. Those are from Pez dispensers. Oh, my goodness. That sounds pretty good. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. Good job. Good job on that. All right. Let's take a look at where we are so far. Brought to you by the Georgia EMC. Earlier today in Single A Public, we had Clinch County clinch the win over Irwin County 24-7. And right now we're at the half of the AAA game where Blessed Trinity leads 10-6 over Westminster. Then around 8 p.m., it's the 5A game in prime time. Glenn Academy taking on the Buccaneers of Allatoona.
And tomorrow when you're rolling out of bed and having breakfast, you can check us in at 10 a.m. We've got the single A private school game between Eagles Landing Christian Academy and the Fighting Irish of Aquinas out of Augusta. Our 2A game starts around 1 p.m. with the Knights of Pace Academy taking on the Purple Hurricane of Fitzgerald. Around 4:30, it's 4A action between 14-0 Cartersville and the defending champs, the 13-1 Buford Wolves. And around 8 o'clock tomorrow night, the 6A Mega Showdown between two unbeaten teams, two heavyweight champs, the defending champ Gulfwood County and the Roswell Hornets. So that is going to be a good one. John Nelson now joins us for another edition of John's Georgia, brought to you by the Georgia EMC. And John, you traveled to Eastman, Georgia this year to check in with a team that was having a terrific season.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been to Dodge County to check and see how things were going on. And since they were a AAA school in the upper right-hand part of the bracket, we wanted to see what life was like in Eastman as they were having one of their best seasons in quite some time.
Yellow hat if you don't have a red top. Montford, I want a good job now.
The Dodge County Indians are off to their best start since most of this year's team was even born. In 1999, John Peacock's team won their first 12 before a loss in the quarters. This year, head coach Rex Hodges' team is 1 win shy of that mark, and the guys know that that's the benchmark for teams in Eastman.
That's just the year that everybody looks back to. Like, that's the year you want to be like in Dodge County. Like, you want to have a season just like them. And that's what we're trying to do.
And the results 16 years later make them even step back.
I know it's been a lot of fun for the coaches and for the players. You don't win games without good players. So, you know, our guys have done a good job improving themselves and playing together as a unit. And, you know, we've had some success, and, you know, we just got to keep working.
To a certain point, I think it has surprised us as far as we went and how well we've got here. But I think we all planned to get here. We've worked hard enough, and I think we deserve it.
This Dodge County team has taken on the personality of Coach Hodges, gritty and old school. To get where they are, the guys know what to expect when they hit the field.
He don't play. That's about all I can say about it.
Our coach, he likes to get after it. I mean, he's tough-nosed, and he don't play, so, I mean, that's just how we are. Like, we just try to be just like him.
So let me get this straight, Clint. He don't play?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
That's what I needed.
Not at all. No chance.
And we spent some time in Little Ocmulgee and Oconee EMCs for that one. And the middle linebacker that you saw halfway through the piece was actually a German exchange student, Mark and Jackie, who was learning American football. He's a sophomore, and he had finished up this football season, and he's taking everything he learned, American football and academics, back to Germany.
John, I think you do play, though.
I do play.
Yeah.
Was that John laughing at the end of that?
It was. Guilty as charged. I was.
Well, good. I'm glad you included that. That was a nice little touch.
Hey, it's a great story. Glad to catch up with the folks in Eastman.
All right. Great. Thank you very much, John. All right, so we're getting ready for the second half, but first it's time for our career play of the game presented by the Technical College System of Georgia.
Want to work in Georgia's booming film industry? Learn movie production and set design for free at the Technical College System of Georgia. Find a career in this exciting industry as a production assistant, rigging technician, makeup artist, and more. A free education in 10 high-demand industries awaits you at the Technical College System of Georgia. Change your life. tcsg.edu. Where's Chewy?
Well, that's to be determined. You can find out coming up after this game in the tailgate show how you can win an iPad mini. I mean, it's really, really cool. So make sure that you're following us on all of our social media platforms at GPB Sports to find out how you can win.
All right, we're at halftime of the second game of today. We got a big game coming up with Allatoona taking on Glenn Academy next.
I feel like we're only getting started, but hey, we're over halfway through. So we're going to take a short break, but there's more football on the way with John Nelson and Chuck Smith and Nikki Noto on the sidelines for the second half of our 3A public matchup, Blessed Trinity and Westminster. We'll see you again at Trophy Time. Enjoy the second half.
Questions can't wait until morning. So I'm one of many nurses at Cigna with answers, anytime, day or night. I'm Lauren, and I've got your back.
Stay connected to your team like never before with the GPB Sports Football app. Get the latest news. Watch featured games live wherever you are.
Finds a hole. Look at that. Look at that.
Find relevant info on schools and take interactive 3D tours of stadiums around the state. Tweet game highlights from the stands and get up-to-the-minute scores all Friday night. The Gridiron has gone digital. Download the free GPB Sports Football app from the iTunes App Store now.
The new College Football Hall of Fame and Chick-fil-A fan experience puts fans closer to the game experience. Featuring over 30,000 square feet of college football interactive exhibits. Tickets available at cfbhall.com.
I'm not sick. I'm not sick. I'm not sick.
She's perfectly healthy.
Cigna covers preventive care. That's having your back.
Welcome back to the Class 3A State Championship here at the Georgia Dome, and I'm with the head coach from Westminster, Coach Romberg. Coach, I know you appreciate your kicker, but how do you get touchdowns instead of field goals?
I'll tell you what, we need to do that in the second half. You know, we were real close to breaking a couple early on in the first half, and we got the turnover there. I thought we were going to be able to get, get a touchdown. We weren't able to do that, so we just got to generate some offense here. We get the ball to start the second half, so hopefully we can be able to get some big plays in the running game and keep our defense off the field for a little bit here in the second half.
How'd you address your defense at the half in order to not give up those big explosive passing plays like we saw in the first half?
I'll tell you what, that's what we talked about all week. You know, BT is a great offensive football team, and we worked all week on we can't give up the big play, we can't give up the big play. And I got two young corners, they're sophomores, and they're going to be great players. You know, we just got to make plays, and we got to do a better job with our techniques in the second half, and I think we'll be okay. Our defense is playing good. They have, like I said, an outstanding offense. Our defense is playing well, but as you said, we can't give up the big play in the second half.
All right, Coach, good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
Nelly, it's all you. One more half to go.
Me and hashtag Dr. Rush. Thank you very much, Nikki Noto. Thanks to Coach Romberg. And let's take a look at what went down in the first 24 minutes. And we knew that this was going to be decided along the line of scrimmage. Offense, defense, either side, it didn't really matter, and no surprises there.
Here, when you look at Blessed Trinity, they came out and ran the ball, smash mouth, and it was just really important. But we talked about situations. When they run, it sets up what?
The pass.
And the play action pass has been explosive so far for Blessed Trinity.
All right, let's take a look at the first half highlights and show you how we got to this point in time. And it was a busy first half. Zay Malcolm doing it early for Westminster.
Yeah, in Westminster, they haven't run the ball well enough. They have to be able to establish the run because it's just important for them to make some passes. They've only thrown the ball 3 times.
Field goal there, and then down the seam, big hit creates a turnover in a short field again for Westminster, which sets up the big field goal one more time. Needed 52, hit it 53.
He's a weapon. We've talked about kickers. They're going to show up in the game.
You said concentration was huge there at the end of the first quarter.
Well, that was an excellent job. We talked about play action pass. You're going to probably see a lot more of that in the second half. Run the ball, set up the pass.
Field goal there to close the margin. And then the two guys who've been in tune offensively for Blessed Trinity, Connor Davis and Matt Higgins, which sets up the Milton Shelton touchdown run there. And here's the first half numbers. Anything shake out for you?
Well, what stands out here is Blessed Trinity, 201 total yards. Westminster Wildcats 79. Simple as that. But the point being, it doesn't even matter. It's only 10-6. The game can go anyway.
12-7 last week for Blessed Trinity to beat Calhoun. In talking to Tim McFarland during the week, he said, I have no problem punting the football to create long fields for the other guy to make him work.
You're working with a defensive guy. We like more airtime on defense. Punt the ball. Defenses win what?
Championships. Foot into football will start the second half here. Championship number 2 of 7. It's the 3A championship. Region rivals in Blessed Trinity and the Westminster School into the end zone. Once again, reminder, high school rules. The second that it clears the plane of the goal line, it is unreturnable, so it will come out to the 20. And Westminster will start on offense. There's Rankin Woley. First half numbers, 50% of his passes for 16 yards, 3 more yards running the football on 5 carries in the first 24 minutes. Fully loaded pistol to start things off. Motion handoff, Zay Malcolm. He is hog-tied for the loss of run.
They're coming out establishing run. One of the things that we just talked about, you gotta limit the penetration. Here you see penetration by the Blessed Trinity defense. Shane Parton causing havoc in the backfield.
6'1", 255 senior getting looks from Georgia Southern, Georgia State, North Carolina. In the first half, Zay Malcolm had 4 carries and 40 yards. Rolling out, in trouble, gets rid of it before the line of scrimmage, down the seam, complete. Out to the 37-yard line, gain of 18. The pitch and catch that time, Nance Hill, the freshman.
Well, good pitch and catch here. What you're seeing is a quarterback making a play. Good pitch and catch. And they haven't been successful throwing the ball so far. They're 3 of 6 at halftime. That'll build some momentum in the young offenses, quarterbacks and receivers.
Colin Dorr, number 9 for Blessed Trinity, in on the tackle. So let's see what Woley can do there off the scramble. You saw him look to his left, then see the freshman open for the completion out to the 37. Motion to create protection to the bottom of the screen. Play action, turnaround, screen, wide open. Once again, Nance Hill. Close to the 50-yard line, close to another first down.
I love the creativity on offense. As we draw this up, I want you to take a look at this on the teleprompter. This is what we call smoke and mirrors. You think you see this, but you're really getting that. What you're getting here, this is all about what? Setup. So what they're going to do is they're going to fake here like they're running a sweep outside. He's going to spin around and hit the receiver up top.
You see, 19, very busy, 2 consecutive targets. Handoff, left guard to tackle, breaking tackles down to the 40, gain of 11, first down, Zay Malcolm. And he took a shot. This is coming right down Peachtree Street.
Nice job by Zay Malcolm. Cut, one cut, get downhill. Excellent job breaking tackles. We talked about the importance of making tackles. It's going to show up on both sides. The team that's the best tackler in the second half will probably end up winning this game. Got to make tackles versus running teams. It's a big boy ball here now.
Gator Kastner, 6'1", 285 pounds, made the tackle, was part of it, and that's why Malcolm was feeling it. And speaking of feeling it right now, it's Jake Rudolph.
It's Coleman's boy, right?
Right.
Coleman was a great player at Georgia Tech now. When they won that national championship, him, Marco Coleman, oh, they were some good players over at Georgia Tech.
Checking that ankle, the 5'10", 185-pound 10th grader.
Now think about this. First half, Westminster, 3 plays, 10 or more yards in the first half.
Yep.
They already have 2 right now just on this drive.
All right, let's see how they look at Jake. You see 32 White gets rolled right there at the end of the play.
That's unfortunate.
Shane Parton rolls over onto Rudolph, and that's why they're looking high on that ankle.
His foot got caught up under there and can't pull it out. Just hopefully he'll be able to come back. Looks like, I'm glad he got up and walked off, because that looked like an ugly injury. Excellent job getting up. Come to compete, you know.
First and 10. Westminster at the Blessed Trinity 40. Minute 15 into the third quarter here at the AAA title game. Heavy set up high. Zay Malcolm motion. Spin move. Cutting it back the other way. A lot of traffic, not a lot of yards. He gets 3. That was creating something out of nothing.
Yeah, Rankin Woley, he's just trying to make a play. And on the other side of the ball, unless Westminster starts making a few passes downfield vertical, Blessed Trinity has 8 guys within 2 yards basically of the offense. As you see here, they're in the box trying to make a play. Tough swarming defense right now by Blessed Trinity.
Great pursuit from the backside. Steel Chambers, number 22, the freshman, instigated all of that stuff going on today. Woley looking to pass. Goes to the 15, 10. Inside the 10, down to the 7-yard Egan catches it, and that is huge for the gain of 30. Joe Egan playing both ways.
Well, this is what I like here. Watch Rankin Woley. He doesn't get happy feet. He steps up and takes just what he needs. That's the definition of a good quarterback. Don't take off and run. Just take enough what you need to deliver the ball, because the quarterback's job is to do what? Deliver the pass.
You see him look to his right. He does so, and he's going to hang on to it. You see the end of the play. Still grinding at it down to the 7. So really no gain coming off of that. Maybe they'll give him a yard with forward progress. So it'll be 2nd down and goal.
And the way this game is going, it doesn't even matter if they score here, because their defenses kept them in the game. So they can come out here with a field goal, but you want to get points. You want to get points for the, as this game keeps going, you want some points.
Zay Malcolm in motion. Gets the handoff on the jet sweep. It's inside the 5.
Stop when he cuts inside. Stop when he cuts inside.
Down to the 4-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and goal.
And that was another version of 26 power. The running backs going off to the right off the offensive tackle.
So let's see what they do here from the 4. Matching their number of first downs in the first half with this run. Fumble picked up. Very lucky that time. Westminster hanging on to the football. It'll be 4th and goal. It was almost a turnover deep in Blessed Trinity territory.
Caught a good break there.
We'll see what happens. Looks like it went off Woley's right hip. Just tried to move the pile and got it to about the 3. But then they move him backwards right there. In and out of the hands, but great presence of mind to pick it up. Move the pile down to the 3-yard line. So it looks like a 21-yard field goal attempt here.
1, 2, 3.
Gillikin in for the field goal. The chip shot compared to the other stuff he's hit. Almost blocked, but up and in. 3 points on the board for Westminster. With 8:14 to go, 3rd quarter, Westminster gets their 3rd score of the game. Unfortunately, it was 3 instead of 6. Blessed Trinity leads 10-9 in the AAA title game. More from the Georgia Dome on the great GPB when we come back.
What is by moonlight an empty field is by the magic of electricity sacred ground. As the official energy provider of the GHSA, Georgia's electric membership cooperatives proudly support our student athletes. We are there, illuminating the glory moments fans just have to see. Capturing the hustle, elevating champions, sharing the win. Georgia's EMCs, empowering our youth, lighting the way.
Welcome back. 8:14 for the 3rd here in the AAA championship with the 2015 Tommy Guillebeau GHSA football championships here at the Georgia Dome. Both fans out in force. Once again, region rivals, Westminster and Blessed Trinity going at it. Westminster going after their 3rd state title, their 1st since 1978. And let's take a look at the scoring drive brought to us by our friends of the Technical College System of Georgia, TCSG. Learn more, earn more. 76 taken care of in 10. Took 3 minutes and 46 seconds. And the point that you made about big plays, yardage-wise, more than 10 yards, they were picking up big holes in this first drive of the 3rd quarter.
And you're right. That's totally opposite what happened in the first half. They cranked it up, and part of this game is going to be about adjustments. Give one on that side. This time, Westminster wins that one. Good adjustment. Now let's just see how Blessed Trinity comes back and counters.
3 plays of 10-plus yards in that drive alone.
That's big. You hope one of them goes to the house eventually.
Let's see what happens with Blake Gillikin. Heading to Happy Valley. Punting and kicking. Everything has gone into the end zone. This time is no different. Blessed Trinity for 20 to start. While you're paying attention to these 7 championship games here at the Georgia Dome this weekend, here's something for you. I know that Dr. Rush has an iPhone. I know he has an iPad. So here's the opportunity for you to stay connected to your team and every high school football team in the great state of Georgia. with the GPB Sports Football app. Watch tonight's game live wherever you are around the planet. Latest news, stats, matchups, 3D interactive tours of stadia. Tweet game highlights and let us know. It's a download free at the App Store. It's the GPB Sports app. Download it right now, this very second. So you can pay attention to the championship games here at the Dome. Once again, Milton Shelton, no surprise, he's been the bell cow in the first half for Blessed Trinity, gets 3.
I like that work by Cage Reader that time, number 73. Excellent job by the Westminster defensive tackle, getting off the block, making that play. Big boy, I like it.
6'3", 287-pound senior.
That's a big guy now. Making some plays today.
Milton Shelton now on the north end of 100 yards, 21 carries for 102. Quick out up top. 25 gets to the 30. Shelton again this time with pitch and catch.
Yeah, he's a playmaker. Now, I like the creativity. Get the ball into your playmaker's hands. That's a nice job. I like the quarterback getting it out of his hands, but I like Milton Shelton. I love the fact that Milton Shelton takes one cut and he goes. Don't waste time. Excellent job. Nice run.
No shimmy, shake, and bake, just north and south.
I can't stand shimmy shake. Unless your name is Barry Sanders, you shimmy shake.
Joe Egan in on the tackle, the sophomore. And look how low Westminster's line is getting. Quick out again in the front. 35-40, nice ankle tackle. Blessed Trinity getting yards. Ryan Davis, the freshman, another freshman making an impact for Blessed Trinity. Chase Williams in on the tackle. Here's another look.
Well, I love the creativity. And the reason this is happening is because Westminster's keeping 7-8 guys around the ball for our viewers that necessarily don't understand that. So what do you do to spread them out?
Work the edges.
Work the edges. They'll come back inside here in a minute running the ball.
3 Green has been active today on offense and defense. Toss pitch, 45, 50, 30. Tackled close to the 15. They're going to spot it at the 12. 49 yards on the run. And a big first down. First time we've really mentioned Garrett Dupuis today.
Dupuis does a great job. Excellent job by number 70. Getting downfield. I don't like when I see big men run. Look at him. Rumble, young man, rumble.
Rumble, young man, rumble.
Excellent job by Griffin Gilbert. Getting downfield. Excellent job. Good offensive linemen are playmakers too. Gotta give them some love, right? Nice block.
Kickers are people too. Offensive linemen are players too. Lessons to live by hashtag Dr. Rush. Dupuis' first carry on the day goes for 49. And when you've got 6'4", 285 leading, you're going to get those results. Toss again, second carry for Dupuis down to the 10, so give him 2.
They definitely have found something on the right side. I don't know the numbers, and we'll figure that out later. They've had at minimum 8 toss sweeps to the right. Nice job here again, Dupuis. I like he gets downhill, but again, great job by the Westminster defense. Swarming to the ball. Swarming to the ball.
Ollie Bogus had him wrapped up early. So gain of 2 that time.
Dupuis a big boy too, man.
Listed 6'1", 220, the senior. Blessed Trinity out of the eye. Third time for Dupuis. Big play touchdown.
Blessed Trinity faithful. They're excited.
TCSG touchdown replay. Big hole on the right. Look at this.
Excellent job. Yep, excellent job by the tackle blocking down. We call that a tag block. And what happens is the tackle blocks down, guard around. Excellent job. Touchdown. Dupuis, nice change of pace. Nice change of pace.
3 straight carries after Narragansett mentioned in the first half. 1 for 49, 2 more carries to put it into the end zone.
Slash and bash.
17-9, Tim McFarland now with the 8-point lead halfway through. Let's take another look.
But what happens here, this is what we call, this is a basic power play. Inside, they're coming downhill. They give the ball to Dupuis. This is mano-mano. This isn't trying to trick anyone. Good job that time by the Blessed Trinity offensive line. creating space for a touchdown.
And it's been one of those years for him, hasn't it, Nikki Noto?
It's been a heck of a year, Nelly. Look, Coach McFarland filled me in a bit. You know, during the playoffs, he said there was just a moment that stood out in his mind where he knew his team could handle anything. Quarterback Connor Davis goes down, third play of the game, and then the original backup quarterback is a sophomore. He was out with a concussion, which left him with a freshman in at quarterback. The next series, his right tackle goes out with a concussion. Later in that game, Milton Shelton has a neck injury. He said there was an ambulance and everything. He said they originally just thought it was a hot, tingly sensation going down his arm. I mean, he said, look, as a coach, there's only so many hits that you can take. He said we ended up scoring 30-plus points on Jefferson that game. He said we were just speechless. He said back at the field house, as coaches, we looked at each other and said, where in the world did that come from? Coach told me that they've ultimately just used that moment in the season and the playoffs and tenacity to really get here today. A tough, tough team, Nelly.
You got that right. Jake Smith, the freshman quarterback who filled in for Connor Davis in that game, 12 of 14 for 204 and a touchdown. So Tim McFarland found out all the depth that he had through adversity, and it's gotten him to gain 15 and an 8-point lead halfway through the third.
And when we had a chance to talk to Coach McFarland, he talked about this team, how they, anything that happened to them adversity-wise, they were able to step up. So perseverance, that's what this team is. They're used to it.
Garrett Dupuis, those 3 carries good for the last 61 yards in that drive to get the touchdown on the board. Officials timeout.
Milton Shelton's been loosening them up. We talked Slash, then you got Bash. They bring in Garrett Dupuis, number 4, and it's a nice combination.
See what Lincoln Riley does here. Pass rolling to the right. Down behind the coverage. Joe Egan was open, but it was incomplete. Threw it too far.
We talked about situations earlier, Nelly. Now it's a different situation. The score is 17-9. You haven't had as much effectiveness when running the ball. You come out, you want to try to open them up, throwing a little bit. It's going to be interesting now what play they come back with next, because they're a primary running team. Do you go 2 passes? We haven't seen that now. But you got to start taking some calculated risks at some point if you want to make some big plays and loosen up this Blessed Trinity defense.
Tim McFarland told Nicky Noto at half he was concerned about Zane Malcolm. He got whistles as Malcolm was going to get the handoff and come around left in. Let's see what Todd Britton has to say.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. Penalties 5 yards.
So that'll move it backwards. Now 2nd and 15. Back at the 15-yard line.
Well, you know, Coach Romberg talked about not wanting to get in long yardage situation.
Yep.
Another situation here. Let's see how they manage it. Screens are always good in these situations.
Protection to Woley's left. Utah pass to the 20 out to the 22, so that cuts it in half to 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8.
Well, anytime you're backed up, think shovel, screen, draw, all those different things. And it was an excellent job by the defense. And again, Westminster's going to have to keep being creative to hopefully open up this Blessed Trinity defense.
The BT defense across its front, 210, 255, 285, and 215 with J.D. Bertrand. Sending 4, Woley dropping, looking to pass, pressure from behind, and sacked back at the
20. Shane Parton is a man out there. Number 7, I'm telling you now, Blessed Trinity, watch him come up this middle. I'm hearing he is right here, watch him. Look at this, he is stumbling, he is knocking, look, he creates that entire play. I love it.
And Kyle Moulter comes and picks it up, 77, the senior with the sack. 4th down and 10. There's your look at Moulter.
It's a big play here now.
Let's see what Gillikin can do with the football.
Got to cover.
Doesn't quite turn over. Let it bounce. Down to the 15. Let you know what else is going on here at GPB off the 65-yard punt. No return. And when you look at the programming, Wednesday nights on GPB, jam-packed with a full serving of science and nature shows. This Wednesday, get a glimpse inside the fascinating city of Machu Picchu on time scanners, then find out why honey badgers are one of the internet's favorite animals on nature. On Nova, see what scientists think may be going on in a galaxy far, far away with alien planets revealed. It's all on Why Wednesday, starting at 7 here on the great GPB. And by Honey Badger, we're not talking about Patrick Peterson.
No, we're not.
Talking the real thing. Handoff up the middle, Shelton up to the 21, so give him 4, maybe 5.
Everything both coaches talked about in our pregame meetings is showing up, running inside, being tough, play action pass.
Here's your running inside. And your favorite offensive lineman masquerading as a fullback in Jake Bogosian, number 8.
I know. He's having a heck of a game. Could be the MVP right now. Really.
They gave Shelton 5, second down and 5. Toss pitch, Bogosian on the lead, cuts it back inside to Shelton. Got maybe a yard, so third down and 4.
Well, I just took the MVP back from Bogosian. He missed his block. Got tackled on that one. Good job by the Westminster defense. Good job. We call this a whiff. I like him. He's having a heck of a game, but whiff. It happens. A good play.
Chase Williams in on the tackle, number 3.
He's having a good game.
That Westminster defense, there he is.
Chase Williams is having an excellent game. He's had an excellent year.
He's locked in right now. Big third and 4.
I like them crazy eyes now.
Up the middle, it's Bogosian, and it's going to be close. It's like he had it, then went backwards. It's going to depend on the spot.
Man down.
Stephen Ballard, number 60. In on the tackle. See Max Coffin, the junior there, is the one limping off.
Timeout for a measurement.
So you're going to see a measurement here. Connor Davis over talking to head coach Tim McFarland. Kyle Desnoyer, 72, in, replacing Coffin. Eagle Eye say nose of the football.
It's tight. Maybe even closer than that.
Eagle Eye, nose of the football. Eagle Eyes no.
Eagle Eyes no. So where do you go here? You play offensive coordinator, Nelly. Just keep running it.
Hey, you go with what works. And what has worked so far. Smile on Tim McFarland's face in a very fast-moving third quarter. Coming up on 2.5 minutes to go in the third. Remember, after this game, we'll have the GPB tailgate party setting you up for the 8:30 kickoff, or the 8 o'clock kickoff, sorry, of the 5A game, Allatoona and Glen Academy. A lot of Cobb County action in that one. We'll get into that one as the game goes on. Handoff, first and 10, big hole right guard, crashing over the 30, out to about the 32. Once again, the bell cow, Milton Shelton.
Well, I love Milton Shelton, and this is straight mano-mano power football. What they're trying to do is knock number 73 off the ball. That's power football at its best, and that's what this team is about. Power football at Blessed Trinity.
24 carries for 114 yards right now for Milton Shelton, still on that 5-ish per carry clip. He's got the 1 score. Coming up on 90 seconds to go. Toss, Shelton cuts it inside, first down. 5, got 6. Move the sticks from the 37.
I'm giving Bogosian love like people gonna think he's related to me. Awesome block again, cleaning up. Watch number 8 right here again. He misses his block, he cleans it up.
Creates a big hole there for Shelton to cut through.
Does a great job. Doing a heck of a job.
Stephen Ballard in on the tackle one more time. There's Bogosian, 8. 6 foot, 230 pounder.
I love it.
The road grader, the personal escort for Milton Shelton tonight. Once again, cut back. Bogosian with the B button move. Correction, Garrett Dupree this time with his 4th carry.
But you got it right. The runners always get all the credit. But you got to give Bogosian a lot of credit on this. Watch what he does here. Boing, nice block. I mean, he is creating a new line of scrimmage right now. To me, from the standpoint of Blessed Trinity, this offensive line, to me, is the MVP with the fullback, Bogosian.
Bogosian met Truman Jones 41 head on. There's Garrett Dupuis. Quiet in the first half. We've seen him in the third quarter.
What are they feeding them boys over at Blessed Trinity? That's rough in Hamilton. What are they feeding them kids? Those are big.
And Westminster calls a timeout to talk it over. Nikki Noto, what's going on the sidelines?
You guys, I want to tell you a quick little tidbit about Blessed Trinity's left tackle, number 73, Matthew Davis. You see, he was the starting tackle a year ago, and he tore his ACL in the second game. Coach McFarland, he told me that there was a question if he would even play. He said, but he's ultimately played all 15 games this year. It's his senior year, you guys. He's in the Dome competing for a state championship. And this offensive line, just like you guys mentioned, MVP of this game, Connor Davis, I mean, my gosh, what a game the offensive line has had thus far for Blessed Trinity.
A bunch of road graders, Nikki, so far. You are correct. Once again, Matt Davis, 6'3", 275. There are those knees. He's back from the ACL injury. You've got to wear those now.
Aren't those beautiful football players? You know, when you scout and you recruit, when you look at guys like that, when scouts describe players, they say they're beautiful. They want the big butts, them big old legs, them big old gigantic, them tree trunk calves. That's beautiful on the offensive line.
Matt Maloof at 255. Hewitt Joseph at center at 215. Gator Kastner at 285. Chase Haroff at 205. Senior, junior, senior, senior, junior. Experience for Tim McFarland, clearing the way for Milton Shelton. 25 carries on the night for Shelton. Garrett Dupuis has picked it up in the third quarter. 71 yards this quarter alone. Westminster 76 in the game. And there's Dupuis again to the 45. Give him 7, maybe 8.
And what you get here is 27 power. The two-back is here. He's going to go right off tackle, right here. They're going to pull this offside guard, and he's going to scoot somewhere in between this running lane. That's where it's designed to go.
So 27 is the second back through the 7 hole.
And they're going to bring the offensive lineman pulling from the other side. That's called power.
Or road grader.
Yeah, let's just call it road grader.
And I'll get into the numbers in a second when you're talking 27. Cut back. Shelton, 35-30, has the push. Does he have the corner? Looks like he's pushed out inside the 5. They'll give him the 4, maybe the 3. Gain of 41, first and goal.
Excellent job by Connor Davis at quarterback. He gives the ball to the running back. They go to the left. So check this out. I mean, this is the kind of plays that make you a champion.
Lead block.
Connor Davis, the quarterback, goes out and springs him for this long run. Nice work, but give the running back a lot of credit. Milton Shelton, he's balling today, but Connor Davis is stepping up. There's so many players stepping up right now for Blessed Trinity. I love it.
Here's your double back. Now watch Davis
right there
on the sophomore, Malcolm Strickland, clearing the way, stiff arm there. And Shelton just ran out of green before he ended up with a big white line. 26 for 162. First play in, touchdown, Connor Davis.
Conditioning is starting to show up a little bit here. Nice play, nice drive. Quarterback speak.
Not waiting any time to call any kind of a play, any kind of a setup. It's like just get down in your stance and move.
The element of surprise. Caught him off guard there.
The lead is now 14, 2 scores. Point after will put point 24 on the board. Brooks Jose, and it is. Take a look at the Technical College System of Georgia touchdown replay. TCSG, learn more, earn more, and that is straight 11. You're right, 11 road graders. Is that what that is?
That's all it is. And can we run that back? Will you bring that back? I want to show you guys something. I mean, this is what big boy ball is about in Georgia high school football. Watch these two guys here. Watch what they call this a combination block. This is what springs the quarterback. Excellent job here.
Big hole.
Big hole. Matthew Davis, nice job.
Okay, now when you were talking earlier about 26 and 27 power, we got the 2 part. We got the 20 part. That was the second back. Explain the difference when you're saying 23, 24, 25, 26 when people are looking at offensive line.
Even numbers run to the left.
Okay.
Odd numbers go to the right. Simple.
84 yards. Took them 9 times to go that distance. 346. It's a very common time of possession. Once again, the scoring drive brought to us by our friends at the TCSG, the Technical College System in Georgia. Learn more, earn more. And we'll see what Westminster can do to respond down 2 scores. Adam Finland will be putting foot into football, the 6'2", 185-pound junior. And much like everything else this evening, he will not be returning. Doesn't matter who's kicking off a tee from the 40-yard line. Everyone's starting from the 20.
Because why? Kickers are
our best friend.
Yeah, people too.
People too.
That's right.
Yeah, kickers are our best friend.
We love them when they kick 51 yards.
Offensive linemen are our friends.
Oh yeah.
Offensive linemen are people too.
That's right.
Fullbacks are people too. So what you're saying is everybody's people.
That's right. Especially when you're a team, you come together, everybody's treated the same.
17 seconds for the third. Let's see what Westminster does here. Mountain off the edge gets you 5. Let's see if Westminster comes back for one more play, if they're just going to let the clock run out for the third 12 minutes. One more look.
Yeah, really interesting. When you see this formation on the left side, they have 2. To have a legal offensive formation, you have to have 7 men on the offensive line. Anytime you see here that Westminster has 2 guys on the line to the left, you already know the receivers are ineligible, so it's not going to be a pass.
Raise 4 fingers. We are heading to the 4th 12-minute period for the AAA championship here at the 2015 Tommy Guillebeau GHSA Football Championships. The lead for Blessed Trinity is 15. Who gets the AAA title? We'll find out when we come back on the great GPB. Stay with us.
This program on GPB is made possible in part by supporters of the Georgia High School Association, including the following.
This isn't just any team. This is your home team, okay? It's not about A team or B team. It's not about your boss telling you to be a team player or to take one for the team. No, home team is about pride. It's about standing strong, pulling together, and going crazy about a bad call you know is right. But because it was against your home team, it must be wrong. Look, some people just don't get it because it's not their team. But Farm Bureau Insurance does, because everyone needs a home team for insurance, and we are that.
Welcome back to Chance of a Lifetime. It's the final stage of the game, and it's also time for Jane to choose a door. Help her out. What door should she pick? All right, so Jane, which door did you choose?
I think I'm going to go with door number 2.
Door number... Oh, wait a minute. It looks like it says right here that you never graduated high school, so none of these doors are available to you. That's it for Chance of a Lifetime. We'll see you next time.
No letdown. Get up and play big all night long. Y'all ready to play some football?
GHSA Football Championship games continue all day, only on GPB.
Whether you plan to attend a 2-year college, 4-year university, or go straight into the world of work, the Georgia CTAE Work-Based Learning Program teaches students essential career skills through real-world experiences and on-the-job training. Debt-free education, high wages, and flexible schedules all lie within Georgia's rapidly growing skilled trade industries. Take the first step in establishing your career by visiting GoBuildGeorgia.com.
Welcome back to the final 12 minutes to decide the AAA champ here in the 2015 Tommy Guillebeau GHSA Football Championships from under the big top at the Georgia Dome. Westminster wasting no time here. Rolling out, Woley too high, batted twice, incomplete, almost intercepted.
We talked about managing situations before the game was a key.
Right.
This ain't the kind of situation right here that Westminster wants to be in. You don't want to have to throw every down. So now what happens here is that Blessed Trinity is going to dictate everything. They're going to send pressure. They're going to send the kitchen sink. Because when you look at the time, the situation warrants, I got to throw every down.
There's your deflection right there. Getting into the traffic pattern. Get incomplete.
Good play by Elijah Hamilton.
And he wanted that pick.
Yeah, he did.
1 for 7 on 3rd down. Westminster inside screen. Zane Malcolm 30 uses the official as a pick out to the 40, close to the 45. They'll call it to the 45-yard line, gain of 21.
Well, nice job. Nice design by this offensive play. Excellent job. That was a wide receiver middle screen. It was nice. And we just talked about blitzing that's going to come from the other side. We talked about Blessed Trinity. They're going to let the guys blitz, and they're going to do quick screens, and that they put the running back outside. Excellent job. Excellent offensive scheme design.
Out to the 44-yard line, so 1st down for Westminster. See Blessed Trinity with twice as many 1st downs today. Toss pitch backwards. Malcolm had him sprung, gain of 5. Great shoulder to knock him off his balance at the hips, or it would have been a big game.
Well, excellent job by Hero Malcolm. Everyone's coming here. The bottom line is they give him a cutback lane. He wants to cut off his butt either inside or outside, one way or another. Good job on that toss sweep.
Here's your toss. There's your sweep.
Yep.
Up the middle, 1st down. Once again, looks like it's Westminster's time to grade the road.
Yeah, and you know what? Something I said earlier as I'm looking at the situation. They still are they're 2 touchdowns behind. Score here, you still got a chance to win this game, or at least tie it down the line. So you can basically what I'm saying is you don't take out the run right now. So smart job here by Westminster.
Shotgun set. Lowly ducks 40 and is met close to the 35. Tackled out of bounds. Once again, Elijah Hamilton wraps him up. There's another look going right to left.
Great change of direction right here. Nice job by Woolley. He's a good player. Good player at quarterback. I like him. He's going to have a bright future.
So they'll call it the 36.
Baseball guy, huh?
Yeah, huh?
Big hitter, big pitcher, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like it. Tough kid.
2nd down and 2. Play action. See what happens. Sack almost. Has to get rid of it. Incomplete. And who was it back there for you? 7, Shane Parton. Jake Rudolph, who's back. A lot of pressure coming up the middle.
Good job by Parton here, getting upfield. Rudolph, great pressure. Nice job with the quarterback avoiding the sack.
JT Bertrand.
Yeah.
JT Bertrand down at his feet. Here's Parton. There's the 7 that'll be coming after it right now on a 3rd down and 2. Whistles. Looks like it's going to be a timeout call. We're going to take it with a big 3rd down and 2 coming back on the other side. Westminster driving down 15. They need to close the gap. 10:21 to go. Regulation as we decide the AAA championship right here on the great GPB.
You exercise. You choose the salad occasionally. But staying well, physically, financially, emotionally, is hard on your own. So Cigna's got your back and your knees 24/7. Cigna's there to answer your questions, or when you need some coaching. In sickness and in health, Cigna's there, helping you to get well and stay well. That's having a partner who's with you all the way. Cigna.
Welcome back to the Georgia Game. 10:21 to go regulation for the AAA title. More stuff coming up here on the great GPB programming-wise, and I feel like I should read this promo with a British accent. If you've been patiently waiting for the return of Sherlock, you're in for a treat on New Year's Day. The Abominable Bride, a 90-minute holiday special, is coming to GPB, and the episode features a major twist. It's set in 1890s London. Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman star, along with many other familiar faces from the regular series. It's a new year and a new Sherlock. The Abominable Bride premieres Friday, January 1st at 9 p.m. only on the great GPB. How was that?
That was kind of like you're from Australia.
No, there's a difference. There's a difference.
That was actually, I'm glad you got
If it's Australian, it's a little southern. It's like southern British, southern English.
Now that was more English. You gotta get it
All right,
together.
now you're just confused. Watch Sherlock on New Year's Day, New Year's night on GPB. Big 3rd and 2 here. Let's see what Westminster's thinking.
I keep it in the quarterback's hand. He's a playmaker.
And it looks like timeout, back to timeout.
Timeout. Westminster.
Didn't like what they saw, so Westminster calls timeout, and that'll leave them with 1. With 10 minutes, 21 seconds to go in regulation. Let's go into the Wayback Machine and take a look at what Westminster's done the last 5 years. Knocked out in the semis by Calhoun. Knocked out 2 years in a row by Jefferson. They got past that hurdle. Jefferson was played by Blessed Trinity this year. Jefferson, a strong program with Ben Hall. Then Dublin, the Irish, and Roger Holmes back in 2011 in the second round. Outscored him 44-20. Then Calhoun again. You see a lot of common opponents. Calhoun in the playoffs deep. Jefferson in the playoffs. A lot of tough matchups for Westminster the last 5 years.
Yeah, it's just been tough. No matter who has to come through. You see Calhoun, you got Jefferson. I mean, you pick your poison, you know.
And Jerry Romberg in his last 10 away games was 5-5 in the playoffs. And then they win 4 in a row in his career to be 9-5 on the road in the playoffs his last 14. Speed sweep. Does he get the corner? It's going to be close.
I don't think he got it. That's close. It's going to depend on the spot.
Maybe length of the football short.
It's close.
Big decision here.
You had Kelly Harper in the game that time. Different quarterback. Maybe trying to create a situation where you can confuse the Blessed Trinity defense.
Harper, a 6'1", 185-pound senior. Rankin Woley standing on the sidelines. It's Keller Harper. It's his offense to drive on a 4th and 1. 4th and probably the length of the football. And to measure from here. Looks like a Daryl Miller special if ever there was one down there on the sidelines. A shout out to the camera crew who's going to be working long days, has worked long days the last couple. The GPB Army, as Matt Stewart calls us, and they have to bring the sticks all the way over from the far side to the near to see what the distance is here on 4th and 1.
It's going to be a...
My guess is length of the football, maybe?
Length of a fingernail. Who knows?
That's what I'm saying. They'll give you this ball.
And result, length of the football. Yep. So there it is, 4th and 1.
What will they run? You got to go back to your bread and butter. But when you're playing against a team in this game like Blessed Trinity, who's been slowing your run down, I believe you got to get someone in space. You got to get the quarterback in space. To me, your best option here goes to Rankin Woley.
But it's Keller Harper. He's still driving the bus.
But nonetheless,
Zay Malcolm, you go that way?
Well, I go with Zay Malcolm, when I have my backup quarterback in the game. But the point is, you put him in there to make plays, and that's how championships are made. So the backups also have to step up. We'll see
Something
what
you
happens.
also have to pay attention to. Center quarterback exchange. Cadence is probably a little different.
Hard count a little bit maybe here.
Could hard count it. So let's see what Jerry Romberg decides to do. 4th down, length of the football. You see all of the massive humanity that's in there.
Hard count.
Hard count. Snap. Fullback through, 1st down. That's huge.
Ooh, scary too. Keller Harper that time bumped into the runner. Nice job, nice ball handling skills after, as you see here. He's going to bump into
Chase Williams.
Yep, nice job by Chase. That was a big play. Big play.
Move the pile, move the sticks, start it over again. 1st and 10 at the 33, coming up on 2 minutes gone. Shotgun protection to either side. Woley back in the game. And he's got a big hole. He's going to score 33 yards. And the margin is 9. Rankin Woley back in the game after Keller Harper was in for a couple of plays. They get the big 1st down off the 4th and length of the football. And the decision here, what are you going to do? Do you go for 2 to try to cut the margin to 7, which is what it looks like they're going to do? Pistol formation, protection to the right. Roll out. Chase Williams, 2-point. The margin 7.
Nice work by Rankin Worley. Excellent job. Excellent job. And what you see there, he does a half roll to the right. What they call that. Let's go back and watch the touchdown here.
Let's take a look at the touchdown replay.
He does a good job right here. What this is, they're basically running outside, inside zone plays, guys. So they're faking it to the right. The quarterback has the option to finish off the left any which way he wants, and he's a playmaker. And on a conversion, this is what we call a fire pass. You're just trying to take the snap. Everybody takes 2 steps, goes flat to the outside, and it's going to be a quick pass. Excellent job by that time by Rankin Worley.
Chase Williams gets the 2-point conversion after getting the first down off the 4th and 1. Nikki Noto, what's going on?
You guys, the atmosphere right now on the Westminster sideline, I finally get a pulse. They are very excited right now, just jumping up and down. They're looking back at their fans, firing them up. It's just nice to see that we've got a heartbeat down here, y'all. There's 9:55 left in this game. Westminster might pull this one out.
Westminster faithful. Love to hear those words, Nikki. Once again, the kickoff goes through the back of the end zone. You saw the scoring graph. Rutgers Power fans at TCSG. Learn more, and the crowd is pumped. Westminster goes 80 in 10 plays, takes up only 222, which is also important. But you got that much time left in regulation. 9:55 to go in the game.
Give Coach Jerry Rumberg a lot of credit at Westminster for making the right adjustments at halftime.
So let's see what Blessed Trinity can do. Quick pass. 20. Met. Tackle. Gain of 3.
It's like a long handoff. Long handoff.
Davis and Higgins hooking up one more time. Ian Uday, the junior, forces Higgins out of bounds. They give him 3 out to the 23-yard line. So let's see what Tim McFarland can dial up this time.
He might dial up something with number 5, and it wouldn't surprise me.
2 wide receivers, toss. Shelton to the corner. 27, 28-yard line. In the 3rd quarter, Dupuis and Shelton had 142 yards rushing. What did you see?
Well, I see a tall sweep here, right here, Blessed Trinity. Great job, great job. He cuts up here, but even better job by these guys for Westminster, making a great play, but nice runs. He's the bell cow. They're going to ride him if they're going to win a championship. They're going to end up riding Milton Shelton to this championship. You got to feed him.
50% success on 3rd down so far in the game. Shelton 27 carries, 167 yards, and Bogosian doesn't get it. Second effort does. It'll depend on the spot.
Well, his momentum actually stopped, and it's going to be interesting how they spot it, because Bogosian, his momentum stopped, and he fought for a couple extra yards, and that's where you hear the crowd. Listen. They're saying he got a generous spot. I thought his momentum might have been stopped a little bit.
Here's your
As
look.
you'll see here, he runs it. Stop it right here. Stop it right there. His momentum is stopped.
Yep.
So, but watch this effort he gives. Look where he starts. Now watch where he finishes.
Pulls it back.
See that? Watch where he
spins
finishes.
out.
Right
Over the 30.
Right over 30. Right there. Good effort.
Play till you hear the whistle. You don't hear the whistle. That's key. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Bounces out the top. Cuts it far side to the 50. Shelton cuts it back inside. That's another couple of guys to miss. He's out at the 5. Then he's tackled at the 5. Let's see what they call. Where he went out of bounds or where he got stopped, they're going to give him the 6. 64 yards on one of the wildest runs you will ever see.
All that is a dive play inside. Listen, this kid is phenomenal. Milton Shelton, we talked about the what? COA, the center of attention. If you're going to win a championship, you got to throw throw this game on his shoulders, and he's stepping up right now. Incredible run. I love when young guys give so much effort. I love it. I like watching these young men compete. Nice run.
Probably ran 90 yards to get the 64. He's now got 231 on 28 carries with the one score. And the one score was a toss cut to the left, down at the bottom. Let's see if they do it again. Handoff, caught from behind, no gain.
Great tackle.
Tyler Gillikin, 59, Green, the senior, 210-pound stud end, and that's what they call him. The stud end for that defense for Westminster.
And that means he always goes to the side of the offense that has the most blockers. That would be called the strong side.
Okay. Here's Gillikin. Tim McFarland chasing after his first championship at Blessed Trinity, the first ever for the school.
Do you take any chances here, Nelly, or keep running? You go up, you score, take the three.
Bell cow. Bogosian, Shelton. Hand off to the 5, up the middle, down to the 4 maybe. We have whistles. Let's see what happens here. Loss of a helmet. Matt Maloof loses a helmet, and this is just bodies all in the middle of the field. Pronounced handoff.
Joey getting hunting. Good job, Chase Williams hunting. Westminster's getting after it. Getting after it. They got a bow their necks here. That's Southern slang for you better buckle down.
Buckle up and buckle down. 41, Truman Jones in the pile. See a lot of heavyweights in there. There's Gillikin again, 59. Joe Egan creeping up on the corner. Coming up on 7 minutes to go regulation. Toss. Shelton trying to get to the edge. He does. He's short. 4th and goal.
Big decision here.
Points.
I know what you're saying. That's a tough call, but we've talked about it. They have run tall sweep right over 1,000 times today. We focused on this. We know where they're going. As I just said, are they going to kick it?
Chase Williams with the great ankle tackle there, and it looks like they're going for it.
Why wouldn't you? If you play to win, win.
Count the number of jerseys within 5 yards of the snap. No! Second effort, yes.
We got it.
Connor Davis puts the margin back up to 13 with 6:25 to go, and he needed second effort to do it.
What a great effort by both teams. Right here, excellent job. Does a great job getting over top. Connor Davis fighting.
Ooh, oh, there goes the ball. Oh, wow.
That's tough when you talk about it in a second.
The second it hits the plane.
It's a touchdown.
It's a touchdown.
That momentum conversation comes up again. Was his momentum stopped? We have to get that interpretation.
Prior to the snap, we have an illegal substitution, 12 men on the field on the defense.
12 men on the field for Westminster. So this creates an interesting question now.
I want to see if we can get some interpretation from our referee here, Larry Hobgood from Atlanta Peachtree Association, District 6, about the momentum rules, because that's showing up 2 times on his drive.
Brooks Jose setting up for the point after to put the margin back to 2 touchdowns, and he does. Halfway through the 4th quarter, Tim McFarland and Blessed Trinity are 6:25 away from their first ever championship in school history. Who gets the AAA title? We'll have the answer when we come back to the Georgia Dome. The GHSA Football Championships live on the Great.
The GHSA Championship is made possible in part by Regions Bank. It's time to expect more. Georgia's Electric Membership Corporation, lighting the way. Technical College System of Georgia, learn more, earn more. Cigna, together all the way. And viewers like you, thank you. The GHSA would like to thank Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. Nothing prepares you better for a great career than the Technical College System of Georgia. TCSG colleges produce graduates with the knowledge and training today's top employers are looking for. With campuses across Georgia, state-of-the-art facilities, and outstanding instructors with real-world experience, it's the kind of affordable college education that will fast-track you into a rewarding career. We're building a better future for you. Contact the TCSG College in your area today or go to tcsg.edu.
Miss Garner from Forest Park High School sparked an interest in me to really push me in education, to be more than just a student athlete. Each and every day she challenged me to be a leader, a role model, and somebody positive in our community. I can never thank her enough for what all she's done for me. And there are teachers just like Miss Garner all over the state of Georgia today.
As a strong, stable bank, Regions is always looking for opportunities to boost the vitality of our communities. In addition to offering financial solutions for our customers, we are committed to supporting local initiatives and organizations that help our neighborhoods thrive. Regions is proud to be a partner with GPB in building a better Georgia.
Welcome back to the Georgia Dome. 6:25 to go regulation as we decide the AAA championship. Championship 2 of 7 this weekend at the Georgia Dome. And negative numbers yield 2 touchdowns for Connor Davis, averaging minus 1.7 yards a carry.
He did an excellent job, and I had a chance to talk to our referee here from the GHSA, Larry Hobgood from the Atlanta Peach State Association District 6. The ruling is, if he stops momentarily and he shows life, they're going to give him a chance. As long as he doesn't get pushed all the way back, they're going to give him life. And on those 2 runs,
there was life.
There was life, and he never got knocked back. They continued to go forward. So we got some clarification there.
All right. Now Westminster needs to come back down the field and score just as quickly as they did the last time. Let's take a look at the scoring drive. 80-8. Took 3.5 minutes off the clock for Blessed Trinity. Scoring drive brought to us by our friends at the Technical College System of Georgia. TCSG, learn more. Earn more.
Got to open it up here a little bit.
First down looking. 3 men coming after him out of the pocket to the 20. Tries to cut inside. Gain of 2, maybe 3. Rankin Woley. They've got to move in a hurry.
We talked about situations. Now you look at the score. It's 31-17. Blessed Trinity's leading this game. So what happens is you got to assume that in this game, if you're Westminster, you're only going to get the ball one more time after this, likely. So you got to score here and hope to get the ball back.
Keller Harper in at quarterback, rolling out. Looking for a receiver with that left arm. Throws it into triple coverage, complete at the 35.
That was going to be an interception. The defensive back looked like he wasn't able to see the ball. Was that a linebacker in depth? I think we talked about cover 3 where the linebacker gets depth.
Nance Hill, the freshman, with the catch. Gain of 13. Trade out your quarterbacks. There's Woley's numbers. 8 of 14 on the day, 53% completion rate for 103 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry with a touchdown.
He's done a heck of a job. He's done a great job throwing. He's done a great job running. But let me tell you what he's done best, getting those guys in and out of the huddle.
Personal foul, roughing the quarterback on the defense. That penalty will be added on 15 yards to the end of the run. First down.
He's done a great job of, when I say getting them in and out of the huddle, this is a very detailed offense. He's making a lot of great adjustments at the line.
Here's the end of the play. Watch on Keller Harper right there. The push to knock him off his feet.
Yeah, that'll get you a penalty. But if you... and then he throws his hands up.
Shane Parton with the push.
Yeah, you only took 10 steps to hit him.
Woley dropping way back to his own 40. Looking for targets. Winding up. Is it too much? Yes. Looking for Nance Hill again. Hill's caught 3 passes today. 5:32 to go regulation, 2nd and 10.
D-line of Blessed Trinity's on hunt. What that means, they smell a win and they're not playing the run anymore. They're hunting after the quarterback.
Moulter, Parton, Kastner, Bertrand. Those guys have been going at it all day long with the Westminster offensive line. Inside handoff to the 40, just shy of a first down. It'll be third down, maybe 2. Once again, Zay Malcolm.
You know, Zay Malcolm's had a good game. Zay Malcolm's battle, he's shown me a lot today. He's lightning quick. Got to put some points on the board here again. You're only going to get the ball one more time. You have to score a touchdown here.
14 carries for 83 yards. Westminster, you see their numbers in the day, 2 for 9. Trying to convert here, they don't.
It's a bear hug tackle.
Big tackle by Hewitt Joseph, number 50, who was in there. Kyle Moulter, 77. Here's your look. Moulter, Hewitt Joseph, he did.
He absorbed
it.
him.
It is 4th down and a yard. Under 5 minutes to go. Westminster needs this first down to keep the drive alive. Down 2 scores. Have to score quickly.
Not just the drive, but keep hope alive.
Power right. Formation right. Fake the jet sweep. And momentum. Looks like second effort gets the first down. They'll move the sticks.
Excellent job.
Take the jet sweep, spin move. Here's Rankin Woolley.
Kid's tough. Good job right here, running inside. Good job by Woolley. Tough, good effort. He's had a good game today also.
Coming up on 4:40 to go regulation. Woolley in the shotgun, has a little protection with Malcolm. Rollout pattern to the 30 and out of bounds. Complete to Seb Masso. That'll get you 7, second and short.
Pitch and catch.
At this point, it's what the defense is going to give you. They'll give you that offset 5 yards. Milton Shelton on the tackle of Masso. Masso makes it 2nd and 3. Malcolm outside, 25, down to the 22. Gain of 8 and a first down.
Inside zone, they're running off the butt of the center. He cuts it all the way to the right. Good job by Zay Malcolm. I mean, he's had a heck of a day. You see here, inside, the quarterback has the option to give or take it. Gives it to Zay Malcolm, but I like his vision. Gets tripped up a little bit. It's a good ball player.
Matt Higgins in on the tackle. That whistles. Timeout on the field.
Timeout. Blessed Trinity. That's their second yard timeout of the half.
Timeout by Blessed Trinity. They'll leave each with 1 timeout for the final 4:18. And you're going to look at Westminster's schedule and how they got to game 15. You see all those W's underneath the loss to Blessed Trinity?
Yes.
Starting with the Douglas game on October 23rd. They've all been on the road. 7 wins, 3 just to get into the playoffs after the loss to Blessed Trinity. Then, knocking off Southeast Bullock, they were the 3 seed coming out of the region, going to Hogansville to beat Callaway, then beating Adairsville, who was a 2 seed, and then beating Cedar Grove, who was the 1 seed out of their own region to get to game 15.
You've been around high school football as long as anyone in Georgia. How rare is that?
That is.
I've never seen that. Anything like that.
Hugely rare. Is that a way to phrase it?
Hugely.
What hugely rare? I cannot remember the last time a team has gone on the road 7 straight weeks to do what Westminster has done to get them into a game 15. It has been an amazing run for them. But in timeouts like this, you're 4:18 from a championship. What's going on in these huddles? What are they talking about? You've been there.
Well, they're talking about we have to make a play on offense and on defense here. Blessed Trinity are saying we got to stop them because we feel it.
Blessed Trinity scrambles Woolley out of the pocket, out of bounds, close to the 15.
Wait!
So another second down and short. Stop the clock at 4:12.
You talked about our experience. I always remember when I was in this situation, we played the state championship at Clark Central. We played against Warner Robins. It was crunch time. I remember being on the field and watching all of our guys. When we knew we had a chance to win it in 1984, I mean, you could feel it. But on the other end of the spectrum, we could feel a little panic at that time on the other side. I think they're both going through that.
Malcolm trying to spin out of a tackle, gets close to the 10, probably has enough for the first. So they'll move the sticks. They can get another first down without having to score. They're about 11 yards away from cutting this back to a 7-point game at the 4-minute mark. Westminster only has one timeout left. Here's the play.
Inside zone again. Great defense. Nice job by Zay Malcolm getting downhill.
Peter Kastner with the tackle. Touchdown in the end zone. Joe Egan. The margin's back to 8.
What a throw. What a throw.
TCSG touchdown replay.
I'm just going to let you enjoy this. Watch Rankin Wally. Watch him throw against his throwing motion. Watch his bullet. Man.
In
and
between,
look at this catch.
Among 3 guys. Presence of mind to grab it and go down. Joe Egan, the 10th grader, with the catch.
Great concentration by Joe Egan. Great throw. Playmakers make big-time plays in championship situations. Great job by Westminster.
Gillikin's point after is good. We're back up high. And give me the hashtag Dr. Rush Eagle Eye. What's going on?
I got the eagle eye. What you're going to see here, you see spacing. The reason they want to go here because there's lots of space. You can buy time. So the quarterback ends up going to the left. Rankin Wally, he doesn't have to set his feet, but the receiver here is going to come here. He's going to finish somewhere in here, guys, and sit down. But the play is made by this quarterback's unbelievable throw, and the playmaker made a catch.
Among 3 players. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Throws a bullet into traffic. Egan with the great catch. Nikki Noto, what's going on downstairs?
Nellie, when I talked to Coach Romberg this week, I asked him about the biggest difference in last year and this year. He said last year we won a lot of close games early. He said this year we lost the close games early. He said if somebody would have told me that this team was going to be going to the state championship, I would have told him that would have never happened. I didn't see it coming, but here we are now. It's Championship Friday for the Class 3A Westminster. Hanging in there, Nellie.
Down only 7. And there's your scoring drive, brought to us once again by our friends at TCSG. The Technical College System of Georgia went 80, took them 11 tries, only took 2:33 to do it. And there's Egan, 2 catches. They've both been important, the last one even more so. The margin back to 7. Squib kick. Off of players, who's going to win the race? Looks like Blessed Trinity falls on it, but there's a scrum at the 20. Westminster had the right idea, and they're saying they've got it. Person at the bottom of the pile. Westminster says they have it. What did the officials say?
Oh, boy.
Chase Williams is in that pile.
Oh, boy.
He's got the football. Westminster's in business.
Oh, I'd love to have been up under that pile and seen that scrapping. There was some messy stuff going up under there because I thought at first Blessed Trinity had it. What a scrappy bunch here on this kickoff. And this is what it's about. His job is to make that play. But these guys, they're coming. They're going to do whatever they can to do to get under here. Now, look, he's scrapping. I can't even see who's under there.
Chase Williams, number 3, right in the middle of it. Look at all those bodies.
They were pinching bellies. They were pinching legs. You scrapping, you biting up under
and then the final verdict. Westminster in business at the Blessed Trinity 20. Malcolm to the corner. Touchdown!
Outside zone again. Zay Malcolm is stepping up today. What a play, what a game. I got goosebumps. I got goosebumps. That's when it's going good.
I will say this. When all of our folks in the truck come up with the TCSG scoring drive, it's going to be real easy to say.
Yeah, real easy.
Extra point. Gillikin ties it. Here's Here's your touchdown replay brought to us by our friends at the Technical College System of Georgia.
Well, what you see here is that's called outside zone. The quarterback has the option to take it inside or give it to Zay Malcolm outside. This has been working all day. If it ain't broken, Nelly,
don't fix it.
Oh, no.
Malcolm to the outside, breaks the first tackle, breaks the second tackle, and he is in.
And we talked about the importance of tackling today. 2 or 3 missed tackles on that play. If they make a tackle, there's no touchdown. So when you look at how this game works, situations are everything. That's why the theme of the day for this game, situational football.
31-31.
They need to put their shirts on, though. They ain't them little bird chests. We gotta put them shirts on.
3:39 to go, regulation. Zay Malcolm catching a breather. Gillikin, forget about it. Blessed Trinity starts from their 20. Here's the scrum. All those Blessed Trinity bodies. Then you're going to see 3 green. Chase Williams come in on the top. And he's part of it. Seb Masso is part of it. Watson Jackson's part of it.
Well, Blessed Trinity knocked each other off. 2 players knocked each other off on the ball. I mean, just by, it was a great effort play, but they knocked each other off.
Quick screen, nothing. Malcolm Strickland, the sophomore.
Nice work.
Davis.
Nice work, Malcolm Strickland. Again, we've talked about the roll tackling. This is a part of the safety protocol, guys. They're not putting their heads in there. That's the best way to make tackles. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of credit goes out to Westminster. I can see they know how to tackle. Both teams are playing well.
3 minutes. Regulation. Westminster down 14. Has tied it at 31. Up the middle. Up to the 27. Gives them some breathing room. 3rd down and 3. The bell cow, Milton Shelton. 30th carry on the night.
And the other bell cow, watch this. Is that Rankin? Rankin Wally is balling today.
Both ways.
Yes.
We knew that was going to happen. 32nd carry on the night for Milton Shelton. 243 yards on the ground.
Sweet.
Zach Bogosian for block. Outside, Shelton cutback. Short.
Didn't get it. Chase Williams.
Coming up on 2 minutes.
Shoestring tackle. I knew they were going to that toss. Remember, teams know about tendencies. We've talked all game about the 3,000 toss sweeps they run. I respect it, but guess what?
They knew it.
The other guys on the other, they make adjustments, and that's what situational football is about. You know the situation, make the adjustment. Nice work, nice work. We got a ball game.
Coming up on 100 seconds to go regulation. Each team with 1 timeout. And look at this. Fourth and half the football in your own territory at the 29. Tim McFarland rolls the dice, gets the first. We got whistles ahead of the time, though.
It's a penalty. Timeout.
Timeout.
There you go.
Blessed Trinity, it's their last.
They had the first.
He saw something.
I like that move, though. Coaching-wise, get your guys back in. Use your timeouts. There's no need in going to bed with them.
Let's look at how Blessed Trinity got to game 15. Chasing the first ever state championship in the school's history. Remember that tie with Cedar Grove, the end of the regular season. The game was called by weather at the end of regulation. Blessed Trinity lost the coin flip. They ended up being the top seed out of their region. They beat Cook. They beat the Jefferson Dragons. They beat Dawson County and Sid Maxwell. They beat Calhoun in a mucker, 12-7. Had no fear punting, flipping the field. Held Calhoun to under 20 yards rushing today. it is a different story. First down.
You got it. Exact same play as before the timeout.
Point made by Kevin Barnes. Blessed Trinity has allowed 36 points in their last 4 games. They've given up 31 today on its own. You needed half the football. You got 1.5 yards. 4 feet more than you needed. Clock goes 75 seconds and counting. Does Blessed Trinity just hang on to it here and play for free football? Doesn't look like it. Down the sidelines, in and out of the hands, incomplete. Looking for Ryan Davis, the freshman. 37 catches on the year, averages about 20 yards a catch. In and out of the hands down the far sideline.
Well, this play action pass was strictly about taking the shot, trying to catch Westminster off balance. That was just let's take a shot. And he had it in his hands, as you see right here.
You see who's back there?
It's playmaker, Rankin Wolin. Quarterback, defensive back, balling.
Joe Egan back there as well. 2nd and 10, 64 seconds. Handoff. Nothing. Chase Williams again. Ollie Bogus, 55. Shelton comes up a little gimpy.
All right, guys, what we call this is counter OG. What that is, when the offside guard comes, they run a counter. The offensive tackle and offensive guard are coming opposite of where they start. Excellent job by Westminster.
Ollie Bogus, 55, right there. Chase Williams, 3. He's been in the backfield all day, whether it's been on offense or defense.
Big play. See where the pass rushers. Pass rushers got to step up here, Nelly.
3rd and 11, just run the football. You got 20 seconds to go. No timeouts. Does Westminster use their last one here at 16 seconds?
Timeout.
They do.
Westminster. That's their final timeout of the half.
What'd you see here?
Well, it was a simple toss, and they're running the clock out. What they're trying to do is play for overtime.
Chase Williams again.
Chase Williams, no question. No question. Wow, what an adjustment also on that toss sweep. They're bringing the safety down now, and as soon as they see that formation, they're bringing the safeties to attack Blessed Trinity's big fullback that we've been talking about. So now you don't have those same running lanes as you had in the first half. Well, at least not right now.
16 seconds before we get to the overtime. We've seen it before. Snap from long snapper to punter in these situations is huge.
Look who's deep.
Zay Malcolm.
It's dangerous.
Tim McFarland openly admits 57, his long snapper. Scott Meyer is one of his best weapons on special teams. Brooks Jose, foot into football. The wobbler doesn't turn over. Goes out about the 41-yard line, so it looks like you've got maybe a play and a half. 31-yard punt, no return. And a flag off of 4th and 13. Let's see if it was either running into or roughing. Brooks Jose, watch the end. Foot into football. He gets bumped. It's probably 5. That doesn't necessarily impact.
The punter should get an Oscar for that. They'll get the call, but that wasn't a big deal. But it's going to play in the overtime.
So let's see what happens.
Tough call.
Running into a roughing.
You got to make that call, but again, tough one. Good job. Hey, you tell the punters if they. I'm sure we ask any of our GHSA refs, and one of the first things they talk about is the acting skills of the punters and things like that. Because you got to look at those kind of things. But good call by the referee.
Running into the kicker on the defense. That penalty is declined. It'll be first down.
So they'll decline the penalty because it was only 5 yards. You would have had the opportunity to possibly re-kick and do it all over again. this season, reminder, Blake Gillikin for Westminster has a 53-yarder to his credit. So if in one play it doesn't take up the entire clock, they can get to about the 36-yard line. So you gain 25 here. You give Gillikin a chance.
You got to try to get the ball to Zay.
Trying to wind up and get it. You're running out of time. What are you going to do here? Wind up and throw. Knocked down. Overtime. 48 minutes doesn't settle it for the region rivals. 31-31. Westminster was down 2 scores. They get a touchdown, recover an onside kick, create a short field for themselves. And here's the end of it.
I want to show you the difference between really almost winning and losing. As you see the quarterback buying time here, well, I'm going to show you a different angle here. You got what we call a flyer, and he got a free release. Watch this, okay? Keep going deep, keep going.
Woolley with a lot of time.
He had a lot of time.
Great coverage by Blessed Trinity here.
Look right, pause it. See that guy? Let me stop it. Whoa.
Wide open down the seam.
The difference between the thrill of victory
and overtime.
Yep, and overtime.
Now the officials are explaining overtime to both sides. Coach Romberg, Coach McFarland. Let's see what goes on here.
Okay.
Connor Davis out for Blessed Trinity. Awaiting who's going to represent Roswell here. Here comes Chase Williams. Chase Williams, Connor Davis, Chase Williams. Todd Britton explaining the rules. And this is not like the NFL where you get one score and it's done. Here's your coin toss. Call it.
It is heads. You have won the toss. You want to be on defense.
Blessed Trinity won the toss. So
for the first overtime period, Blessed Trinity has chosen defense. We'll play on this end of the field.
And Chuck Smith, you got an explainer for the overtime rules here in high school.
Yep. You get the ball at the 15 and you get to keep it as long as you can.
Right.
Now, if the offense turns the ball over, you get the ball's turned back over to the opponent's 15. You don't get it at the spot. It goes back and you start from scratch.
And it's fair ups. You get a top half and a bottom half. It's not like the NFL.
Yep.
So it would only fit that these two region rivals would go to a fifth frame to settle it. Great comeback by Westminster in the fourth quarter to tie it at 31.
There's some good folks in Roswell. You think they're sitting on there, standing on their hands right now on pins and needles. Now it comes back, and we talked about the situations. Now when they come back, both offenses, you do what you did to get here. Expect the run, maybe some play action pass. They're probably going to be even more run heavy now because that's how they've scored points.
There you go, Jerry Romberg explaining overtime. Let's take a look at what Blessed Trinity has been doing the last 5 years before showing up in this game 15. Ran into Washington County twice, the House of Pain. Losing in the semis and the quarters. That's what they call it in Sandersville, a house of pain.
A house of pain.
Cartersville lost in the second round. Lost to Lamar County in the second round. Opening round loss to Central Carrollton in 2005 in the first round. Tim McFarland took over. You see what they've been able to do. And now they're playing here in game 15.
This is one of the championships. Remember we talked about Peachtree Ridge and McFarland.
Right.
This is one of the games, one of the championship games. If we could give both teams a trophy, give them rings. I mean, these guys have fought their hearts out. And this is what Georgia high school football is all about. And these kids will have memories forever. But you know how it is, Nelly. Number 2 is not a winner when it comes to championships. You want to be number 1.
Because that 2006 win that Tim McFarland had at Roswell was a tie against Peachtree Ridge. 2 ties that year created the overtime situation in high school football. And that's why you don't have co-champs anymore. Westminster will go out on offense first.
Over 500 yards combined for both of these guys today. Pretty amazing. A lot of it on the ground.
Milton Shelton, 35 carries, 244 yards for Blessed Trinity. Zay Malcolm, 19 for 116. Shelton with 241 net, 244 gross. Rowley has 73 yards rushing. That's 189 of your 190 that Westminster has right now. Top of the first overtime. Shotgun set for Westminster. Chase Williams to the right, Malcolm to the left. Fake to Malcolm, Rowley inside the 10.
Go to your bread and butter. Quarterback power inside. Quarterback going to fake the run outside. Quarterback power. Anytime you get 10 blockers, you have a nice opportunity to make some plays.
The offensive line for Westminster, the heaviest guy, Kyle Desnoyer, 230. First down. Zay Malcolm down to the 2. Tyler Gillikin, left tackle, 210. Left guard, Stephen Ballard, 205. The right side, Max Coffin at 185. Peter Rooney clearing the way.
Outside zone, nice blocking along the board. Hard running by Zay Malcolm. He's quick, he's tough, hard running.
He made it to 3, first and goal. Speed sweep, Malcolm cuts it in, just short. Are they going to get him a score? Looked like he was down at the 1. Spreads the ball over the goal line. Top of the first, Westminster with 6.
Well, what we see here is this is their bread and butter. They're running a speed sweep. He cuts back. That's what you do. You run the daylight. That was designed to go outside. He made a play and cut it inside. Touchdown. Excellent job by Zay Malcolm. Big time player.
Gillikin. Margin 7. Stretch by Malcolm at the end.
This play is designed to stay out here. But what he's going to do when he looks right here. And that's what you want to do. They're trying to use momentum, but effort. That was a close one. But hey, touchdown.
Momentum carries him over. Zay Malcolm with the score. So we head to the bottom of the first overtime. To recap, here's your OT rules. It's fair ups, and it's an untimed play. You get an extra timeout. You get 1 timeout in the extra session. You go 2 overtimes. You have to go for 2 if you score. So let's see what happens here with Blessed Trinity as they get it bottom of the first. Down 7. Once again, they have to score a touchdown. And it'll be up to Tim McFarland if he kicks a PAT or goes for 2. Roll out. Davis batted away.
There's your guy again.
Rankin Woley.
What a play. Yep. They call this a fire pass. You're just trying to play action pass on goal line and get it out. You're going to have 3 different levels of receivers all coming out and going to the right. Simple concept, but an incredible play, of course, by one of the playmakers in this game. You know who he is.
Playing both ways.
Rankin Woley.
Quarterback on offense.
Balling.
And that's with the apostrophe and the exclamation point. He is balling today. Second down. They got to get to the 5 for a first. Pass again. Slant. Down to the 8. Egan again on the tackle. Matthew Higgins on the catch.
Nice slant route. Good adjustment by the quarterback, Woley. Westminster was in the box offense. They were expecting him to throw the ball down the seam towards the middle. That's called a box. Boxing in their main receiver. Nice counter.
Jake Bogosian ready to clear the road for Milton Shelton. Shelton has to string it out wide. He's not going to get the first, but he might with second effort, depend on the spot. If he gets past the 5, it's a first and goal. Let's take a look. There's Bogosian up inside. Shelton bounces.
I mean, this is just effort.
Chase Williams misses.
3 tackles.
Egan in that pile. Second effort. Bringing it back up the field, north and south, gets the first. They give him the 5. 36 carries, 244 yards for Milton Shelton, first and goal.
Rankin Woley makes a game-saving tackle, makes a touchdown-saving tackle again.
Bogosian clears for Shelton, whistles. Todd Britton tells us the flag.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense. A penalty of 5 yards. Repeat first down.
But you know what?
Watch the flinch, near side, right there.
But I don't really think this changes the philosophy of, I don't really think this changes Coach McFarland's philosophy. They're going to run to the right. They're going to keep running. They're going to feed the bell cow. Both of these running backs are going to have to throw this thing on their shoulders to win it. Just going to have to make a play.
First and goal from the 10. Toss. Shelton cuts it back inside. Jump cut, spin move, and if he was down, is it a fumble? What's the call?
It's a fumble. It's a fumble.
Touchback.
It's a fumble. Game's over.
Game over.
Game's over. Holy cow! Can you believe this? What a game.
Joe Egan heads up play in the end zone, recovers the loose ball. Westminster, first title since 1978. Here's how it happened.
Well, they do the toss sweep if they've run the entire game. He does a great job. This is great effort. But he's trying to make a play. He lunges out and loses it.
Shelton loses it. Joe Egan falls on it. Touchback. Game over. Here's your look from on high. Toss. Shelton with the hop over Chase Williams.
Stop it right at the goal line. Stop it right there.
It's lost at that point.
It's lost.
Lost before.
It's coming out. Excellent call by the referees. Excellent call by that staff. Give the GHSA a lot of credit, guys. The referees. This was a game that you had to be on your A game. Both teams. What an awesome spectacle from a championship standpoint. Congratulations goes out to Westminster.
Westminster wins in 71. They win in 78. They've now won it in Jerry Romberg's 24th season at the Westminster School. The Wildcats can now add the state championship in 2015, and the Roswell region rival is stunned.
I'm a little bit stunned. For just from the standpoint, when you look at this game, Blessed Trinity was in total control. Total control.
Up 14.
But the story today was about what? Situational football. Because think about this. Westminster could have came out and just started throwing it, because at one point I thought that might be the direction. They stayed in their offense. They kept running the ball. And I got to say this. I just got to say, Rankin Wally, number 12. I watched a lot of Georgia high school football in my day. I'm not quite as old as you. But
thank you, partner.
This is one of the best performances by him and multiple playmakers I think I've ever seen.
Garrett Dupuis came
so
up
much
big
heart.
in the third quarter for Blessed Trinity. Zay Malcolm on the day. 19 carries, 121 yards, a touchdown in overtime. Milton Shelton finishes the day 37 carries, 253 yards, a tremendous effort by Blessed Trinity. Westminster down 14 in the fourth quarter, scores, recovers the onside kick at the Blessed Trinity 20, scores to tie it up, to send us to free football, and it ends in the bottom of the first.
Man.
Partner, you had goosebumps as we were late in the fourth. What about during the fifth period?
I'm dehydrated. I got goosebumps. This is one of the best games I've ever seen.
Where's the physical therapist? There's Tim McFarland. And Milton Shelton, after the tremendous effort, getting the runner-up trophy.
And you can't play better than he played. Awesome day, and I understand he's trying to make a play. And he'll play again, and I understand how he's going to feel. But in all in the spirit of competition, he had a heck of a day. He really did a great job today.
The running game for Blessed Trinity. Shelton, Dupuis, who showed up in the third quarter. Connor Davis had a tremendous day. The defense that BT had, chasing after the football. And the same goes for Westminster. We knew this was going to be a game in the trenches. It was going to be decided there.
And that's how it was decided. And, they made a play in the end, Westminster. It's just one of those games that I'm just really at almost a loss for words, which never happens.
You got a good reason to be at a loss for words, partner.
It's a great game. Great game. I hate to see anyone lose, but hey, that's how it works.
There's a lot of paint traded by all of those jerseys down low. Gator Kastner there. Offensive line, defensive tackle, great two-way player. And there, Joe Egan.
What a catch did he make? When we're thinking about players of the game and guys who just made plays, there wasn't a bigger play.
Makes the touchdown catch in triple coverage on a great throw. Falls on the loose ball in the end zone for the touchback to secure the title for Westminster. And rightfully so, there's Egan.
What about Chase Williams, number 3?
Both sides of the ball.
Both sides of the ball. So many guys stepped up. The offensive line, can't say enough about them.
And let's send it downstairs to Mark Harmon for a very special moment for the Westminster School.
Time now for the presentation of the Class 3A State Championship game. And let me say that was one whale of a game by both teams. Great sportsmanship, great play, great competitive spirit. Congratulations to both teams. And now for the trophy presentation, I turn the mic over to the GHSA's Jay Russell.
Guys, that was a great game. Both teams played extremely well. On behalf of the Georgia High School Association, I would like to congratulate the Westminster Wildcats, 2015 AAA State Champions. At this time, I'll turn it over to the representative from the Georgia Farm Bureau for the trophy presentation.
Coach, congratulations from the Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance.
Coach Romberg, what a feeling it must be. You're down 2 touchdowns with 4 minutes to go, and you win this one in overtime.
Incredible game. The first thing I would just like to congratulate BT on a great season. They got a great coaching staff and a great team, and they should be very proud of how they played today.
24 years at Westminster, and you get the championship trophy.
I'll tell you what, our guys haven't quit all season, and they didn't quit again tonight, and I'm so proud of them, and I'm so proud of our Westminster family and our community.
Rankin Woley, you're the quarterback of the team. Talk about how you guys never gave up. Late in the fourth quarter, you kept battling back to get the win.
Yes, sir. I mean, throughout the playoffs, we've been doubted, and we've been underdogs going in every single game, and we know we never give up. We never quit. We're battle-tested, and we really come together as, like we always say, a family, and we battle to the end, and we never quit.
Zay Malcolm, over 200 yards, a star of the overtime. Talk about winning that game right there in the OT.
Winning that game in OT was awesome. We knew we had to drive 15 yards, and we knew if we get the first down, we could punch it in. Giving us 3 yards on that second down, I knew we were going to punch it in, and I knew if we got to stop, we were going to win this game.
What's it mean to you and your teammates to take this championship trophy back to the Wildcat lair?
I mean, a lot. It's unbearable right now, you know. Nobody thought we could do this. Everybody doubted us the entire season, and we stuck together as a family, and we got one for Coach Marlborough.
Where'd Coach go? Coach, I just wanted one more question, too. You guys really got a roll in there in the postseason. You're a fourth seed. You kept winning on the road. It didn't matter.
I'll tell you what, like I said earlier, our guys had perseverance all year. It started off a little rough, but they held true. They trusted and believed in each other, and we had tremendous cohesiveness. And you can see what happens when guys believe in each other and love each other. Unbelievable.
Talk a little about your fan base over there. A lot of green, a lot of green.
We love it. We love Westminster. We are a family, and we are an unbelievable community, and they came out to support tonight, and it is just unbelievable. It's amazing.
1971, 1978, 2015. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
The Westminster Wildcats, the 3A state champions this year in 2015. And now it's time for the GPB tailgate party to kick off.